Hey, Mostly Sports family. Welcome back to Mostly Sports with with Brandon Walker and the newest member of the family, T-Bob A-Bear. And today, me, Kody, TJ, and Blut are going to sit him down and teach him all about the history of Mostly Sports, all about the family, and give him full history lesson of the family tree. Are you ready, T-Bob?
I am. I'm excited, guys. I'm very happy to be here. Very excited to learn where I came from. Mm-hmm. How I was made, how y'all were made. It is, y'all have you have an eclectic group from the outside looking in. It is quite the family you've created, so let's see how it came to be.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. And you're really going to want to know how Connor Griffin was made.
No one knows.
In a laboratory in Sandusky's basement.
Yes, probably.
That's all I can imagine.
Yes.
He's too robotic. Voices too. He was just made to be a sexually molested sports announcer. I'm sorry. Okay, let's start with the lessons.
All right. The intro to the Mostly Sports universe. You of course have Brandon Walker, who was ranked as the #1 college football personality in 2023 by Big Game Boomer.
Yeah, I know about Big Game Boomer. Okay, fuck that guy. Didn't even put me on the top 100.
Not top 100.
Not even top 100. Fuck Big Game Boomer.
Well, Brandon Walker is #1. He did not go back-to-back, I do not believe, because I think Big Game Boomer retired.
Oh, did he really?
Yes.
Well, now I feel bad.
Yes.
Now I feel bad.
Retired or dead?
Well, I mean, I hopefully just retired, but I don't know. What kind of question is that?
That's the question.
Oh, that is the question. Yeah, who knows?
But yeah, so we got this banner, obviously, behind Brandon that he hangs very proudly, was a gift from Mark Titus. Mark Titus got that for him as a Christmas gift one year.
Brandon and Titus are very sweet to one another. Mm-hmm. That's something I've picked up on because there's some very thoughtful pregnancy, like paternity leave gift that Brandon got Mark. It's, I guess it's familial.
Yeah.
You could say. And maybe a little gay, a little homoerotic.
Maybe.
Have y'all ever seen them kiss?
I will say they do leave about the same time every day together.
Okay. Look, I'm the correlation causation. We'll see them. All right, so give me the rest.
Let's get into it a little bit. So there's Brandon. Obviously, he lives in basically Edmonton, Ontario.
Yeah,
Edmonton's in Ontario, and is always eating fried chicken and does not handle the sun well. Tell me about your friend. You're gonna have to learn he does not do the sun,
which is interesting, being from Starkville, because that's a place that will get, or wherever he's from, Mississippi. That's a place that gets very hot and very sunny. Mm-hmm. Do you have any proof of him handling said sun not well?
Yeah, TJ, if you pull up our Twitter from Saturday, I believe, or Sunday, we posted basically his full day rundown.
Absolute meltdown.
Have you seen this yet?
I don't know. Maybe not. I was in Omaha all week.
So this, yeah.
Wait.
There's the progression there.
Look at this motherfucker, dude. So if you take out the last picture, he actually looks like Greg Popovich going through the different stages of his stroke. He's got, that is a Greg Popovich looking ass face right there.
Yeah, bottom left.
Yes, absolutely. And top right. Look at top right.
Yes, he does look like Greg.
Pop?
Yep.
On the dot, dude. So what, he bailed on the golf course?
Yeah, he had to quit on hole 12, I believe.
12?
13?
Yeah, it was 12. The turn was at 13. And he's like, yeah, I'm going back.
Jeez, bro. No
tough
toughness.
look.
Mm-hmm. Tough look.
But speaking of toughness, on the other side of the desk, we have Mark Titus. He's a former walk-on at Ohio State, Club Trillion. You know him. You love him. Been in Playboy one time. Look right there.
So hold on. Okay. This Mark Titus looks nothing like the Mark Titus that sits here now. Mm-hmm. The Mark Titus that sits here now is kind of an overwhelmingly handsome man. Mm-hmm. That Mark Titus did not look handsome almost at all. How did this happen?
I believe he moved to LA and started copying white women, and you'll learn this about Mark, is that he loves the white woman life. He likes the idea of just doing yoga, eating salads, and going to the beach.
That makes sense. It is a healthy lithe lifestyle. He has a lithe body, I would say. Okay, so it said grittied on Mr. Ed's grave.
Correct.
Y'all have Mr. Ed memorabilia. What is the deal with you guys, with the family of Mr. Ed?
Okay, so TJ's going to pull up a video for this.
Okay.
Do you think, TJ, this is one where it's better where you just let him watch and figure it out? Okay.
Show me the video, and then go ahead.
We have both the origins and the
show me the video first.
How it came to fruition.
Mr. Ed, here we go.
Wait, does Mr. Ed have a tombstone? If so, let's spin the wheel. Somebody has to go gritty on it.
No.
Yeah, he does.
No way. We have to do it by the end of 2024.
Also, pause this.
Connor has no eyebrows whatsoever right there.
We were absolutely smoked, by the way, in this episode.
Yeah.
So.
Where were y'all drinking? Was this on the Yak or is this on Mostly?
Oh, mostly.
And y'all were
We were trying to sell some T-shirts, and every time someone bought 100 T-shirts, we drank.
Fuck yes, dude. Yeah. I mean, look,
we sold 700 T-shirts or something like that.
Yeah.
I love a Friday in studio drinking show.
Mm-hmm.
We used to drink 2 bottles of champagne every Friday. So I'm in.
You're already invited to the family Christmas.
In the right spot.
Yeah.
All right. Let's play this.
Continue.
The end of 2024.
This is another show element where we spin random horse races to decide things.
Which I love. Y'all have a lot of good online only bits.
Yeah.
Winner goes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You win.
do y'all know where?
Gritty on Mr. Ed's grave. Brandon, you're too
Telequila,
far back.
Oklahoma.
Winning right now is really good. If you were ahead right now,
I want the Couch Boys to go. It should be one of the
I
Couch
hate
Boys.
my spot. I hate my spot.
Mark
Dude,
notoriously
fuck.
loses the most important races.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but in this case, he wins.
Luckily, we have this song.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, Connor, commentate.
All right. Connor takes the lead. Ebo trailing closely behind. We have a steady pack right behind them. They're tailing. 20 seconds left remaining in the race. Here comes Connor. He takes a small lead, but Ebo is falling behind. TJ in the back.
Brandon.
Could be an upset right here.
Brandon.
As we have Brandon approaching the starting line. Brandon taking the lead. 10 seconds remaining.
down the
And here comes Brandon. It's neck and neck with Connor.
No
Brandon.
way. Wait, Mark, what?
No. What? It's Titus. It's Titus.
Oh, and the man bun, too, at the time,
I
huh?
always wanted to gritty on Mr. Ed.
Wait, okay. Yeah, what the fuck is this company doing to me, dude?
So,
Is this around the time when he had to Oh, my God.
so
We love you, Mr. Ed.
No fucking way.
the craziest part about this is that we almost all completely forgot about it, and Mark had until the end of 2024, and then
Yeah.
we filmed our Christmas episode, which was like December 15th of 2024. He just I sent something to TJ. TJ, can you pull up this video really quick? And
No way.
the video he pulled up was
Do we
was
have
this.
Hi
video?
there, it's Mark. Just wanted to wish the Mostly Sports family a very Merry Christmas, and thank you for an incredible 2024. It was such a fun year on the show. I don't take for granted how awesome our audience is and how so many of you seem to love watching the show as much as we love doing the show for you guys. So thank you for that. I hope you all have a happy holiday season. I hope 2025 is healthy and prosperous for all of you. And most importantly, I hope you enjoy watching me, at long last, finally, gritty on Mr. Ed's grave. We love you, Mr. Ed. R.I.P. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Dude, that is fantastic on so many different levels. First, because it really was a heartfelt thank you to the audience. And you could tell that he meant it. That was not a bit like, it's because this is a very fun show, obviously, a very fun environment. And y'all had no idea. Do we have video of y'all's reaction to it? Or that might be tougher because y'all were probably laughing as it was played.
Yeah, we might. I think the craziest part about it is that the way he described it was essentially he just flew to nowhere, Oklahoma, over the weekend to go to some guy's backyard and then just gritty on.
Oh, it's not a public.
Oh no!
no.
He had to park off the highway.
No.
He was on the side of the highway, had to go to some guy's yard and gritty on the grave.
And then he didn't break. He didn't tell TJ. Did you know ahead of time? Did he tell anybody ahead of
No,
time?
he'll do that though. He'll do something in secret and then just show up with it.
So what is Mark's original story? He wrote a book in college, like "Don't Put Me In, Coach" or something.
Correct. He was also a walk-on at Ohio State, originally a manager. Correct.
Yeah, and he was like, I don't want to do that. And they're like, well, actually, people got injured. Want to come in and fill in for the team. That got him a walk-on scholarship.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he is best friends with Greg Oden, so he started blogging about his experiences, and it picked up a lot of steam in college. Wrote a book right when he got out of
So it
college.
started as a blog.
Yep, Club Trillion.
And then his book went big, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember him being one of the first like Twitter personalities.
Yep.
With Club Trillion.
If he was like a college basketball player in the NIL era, he'd be cashing the fuck
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, he'd be making a lot of money.
Kind of
right
like
now.
pioneered the college athlete / media person.
Yeah.
And Brandon was a writer by trade.
Correct.
He was a sports writer, grinding.
We found him on a competitive sports books, just like live stream after they were talking shit to Dave.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen those clips. I remember those clips. My favorite part about those clips, actually, could we watch it again? Because my favorite part is just how dumb Brandon looks, or he just looks goofy as hell.
Yeah.
He just looks goofy as hell, especially compared to now, where he's gone all Rico Suave with the beautiful hair, perfectly slicked back every day. And at that time, you could tell he's because sports writers. I've dealt with a lot of them. They don't see the sun really. They don't have to like interact or ever worry about looking. They can just they just do their own thing and work in the shadows of press boxes and locker rooms and whatnot.
Yeah, he started off rough, but look at him now.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Major
Yeah.
glow up for both Titus and Walker, dude.
So that leads to we have some fan accounts. There is one fan account that is Brandon Walker having good hair day. He hasn't been as active lately, but he will basically levy judgment onto Brandon whether or not he
I've gone
had a
toe to
good
toe
hair
with
day.
him before.
Good hair day.
Yeah, I came after.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I've come after Brandon online asking if I had better hair, and the Brandon Walker hair account has told me, I believe, if you come at the king, you best not miss. But I got something for us, ass. Don't worry. Okay, so give me y'all stories, dude, because y'all are the ones to me that, like, I kind of got some Titus stuff through osmosis, through the internet. Got some Brandon stuff through osmosis. How did this young strapping group of lads get to come together?
Almost entirely by accident, except for TJ.
Yeah. I don't know what order do you want to go in.
I
TJ.
feel like you're now set up. You have to go first.
Okay, so my origin with Brandon is I've been working at Barstool since 2019. I'm from New Jersey. I went to Rutgers. And
how did you get the Barstool job?
Rutgers has like a college network. I'm sure they have Barstool LSU.
Yeah, for sure.
I ran the Barstool Rutgers account from 2017 to 2019, and then was an intern in New York.
Okay.
And eventually found myself meandering into Pick Central, which was going to get launched in 2020, I think.
Video?
Right before COVID on Sirius XM Radio. And that was like Brandon's show. He was going to be the host of that show. It was like a gambling show, and I was in the booth for that. And then a year goes by after COVID. I do some other stuff. And then Brandon and I went to Omaha in 2021 for the College World Series.
Hell yeah.
And that trip kind of like soul bonded us. We've kind of been together in one way or another ever since.
Do we have any video of y'all from the 2021 CWS? I would like to see this because that had to be the happiest moment of Brandon's life. And
T-Bob, he has said he would trade it for like a 10-win season.
yeah, I mean, whatever though. He doesn't really mean that. He might trade it for like a playoff appearance, but he wouldn't trade it for a 10-win season. I don't think at least it's their only team national
That is
championship. Then and you know what's great? It happened in the 1000th season. They'd had 999 combined men's teams seasons without a natty, and then they won unlucky number 1000.
That's
Got in at the buzzer, dude. But yeah, no, because even though we all know Brand's got a golden heart, he puts on an ornery front, right? And
Absolutely.
so TJ, you caught him at his absolute happiest.
Yeah, we were together for 15 days, and
You stayed there the whole time?
we were there for work. Like we were there. There's Mincy, Carl, and Brandon, and
Wow, that's crazy, guys. Look how much younger everybody looks. What the fuck?
and Mincy was like getting on the college baseball wagon the way
Yeah,
that
grow the game.
he tends to around this time,
Grow the game, baby.
and then I think Mississippi State kind of like backdoored their way into the national championship conversation that year or something. So Brandon decided to.
Yeah, they got hot.
Brandon decided to steal the spotlight from him, basically, and be like, let me become the College World Series guy. So we went for that, and we did a live show in Omaha, and they ended up obviously winning it all. So we had to stay for the entire time. I'm trying to find.
Oh, that is fantastic, dude. I wish I like that story he told us the other day about him sitting outside the bathroom,
Yeah.
just knowing Mississippi State was going to blow it and they were going to lose, and then his own cynical exterior getting cracked open and broken down, and the Bulldogs taking it. kind of did get cucked, though, with Ole Miss taking it the next year.
Yeah.
That's like
Super
about
cucked.
as brutal as you could have as anything that could have possibly happened.
Probably worse if you're like, it happens in football. You win maybe your first national championship in a long time, and then your arch rival just turns around and does it the next year.
Yeah, even though a football natty, I don't know, for Mississippi State and Ole Miss, I don't think there would be anything greater that could like possibly happen to them, and it'll never happen to them, to be clear, unfortunately. And I like State. I don't like Ole Miss. Fuck them. I like State though, but it's just never happening. Okay, Teach. So y'all got soul bonded.
Yeah, and after that, Brandon had a college football show in his own name that I produced for him, and then after that,
That was the Brandon Walker show.
the Brandon Walker college
Remember that?
football show with Brandon Walker. And then after that, I sort of got into the Yak universe. So that was kind of my introduction but we've been connected ever since. And then when we were moving to Chicago, Mark had already sort of figured out that he was going to be getting involved and coming to Chicago with us. And Brandon and Mark had never met before February 2022 or 2023.
Wow.
23.
They met in Scottsdale during Super Bowl week. And this was before Mark had officially like signed the paperwork. Him and Brandon talked for the first time, and I guess sort of started to realize that they had a lot in common, and that when Mark eventually came to Barstool and came to Chicago, that they should do something together. And that's sort of where the idea for Mostly Sports hatched. And Brandon had asked me to help with it, and I said like, yes, definitely, but I know that because of the Yak, I'm not going to be able to give my full-fledged effort into this. Let's build a team around this show of auxiliary characters that can also help on the back end. So that's where the ideas for Connor and Ebo both came into play, where it's like Connor has a lot of production experience, Ebo has a lot of social experience. Ebo's a nerd, Connor is a weirdo. Let's put them all in the same room, and I think this is going to be a good mix of.
So TJ, I know, are you so you have like the EP title almost?
Yeah, I don't want to, gas my own sales at all, but
I'll glaze you a little bit. That's cool.
We had conversations about like what would make sense, and I thought like from a behind the scenes help perspective, but also I thought they would be interesting dynamics because Ebo had done prep sheets for Pick Central, and Connor helps on the Yak, so I thought it made sense from where we needed some support to get the show off the ground perspective. Without having to ask the company for too much resources. If we could just be like, hey, look, we have a show already. Like maybe it wouldn't take
The first time Brandon ever asked me to work with him was this college football 2022 we were going into.
Yeah.
Over the summer, and I got invited by Nick Tarani to Fish Market, which is the best dive bar in the world.
Great bar.
And I sat
Here?
down,
New York.
in New York
Oh,
City.
New York, okay.
New York City, best dive bar in the world. Shout out Fish Market in Seaport. And I sat down and I had Chinese food in a dive bar, a couple beers, and Brandon's like, "You want to come produce the show?" I said, "Sure, yeah, why not?" And then he randomly he was moving like in 2 weeks, I guess, and he was just like, "Wait, are you moving too?" And I was like, "Yeah." It's like, "Oh, you want to hop in this meeting right now?"
Oh wow.
It was just like it was literally the first ever meeting of Mostly Sports. Titus was there for some, I don't know what he had just signed or whatever, and we just met in the old game time room. It was me, Connor, TJ, Mark, and Brandon. And that was where Mostly Sports was born.
Y'all have
What were we gonna call it?
Mostly Sports was not a.
No,
I don't know if we had.
We were thinking about like check ball or something like that.
There was a list of names.
coming up with names is like the hardest thing in the world.
Yeah.
First off.
Nothing sounds good as a name off
No.
the jump.
Mostly Sports, I thought was horrific.
Y'all fucking.
But
you thought
plays.
it was horrific.
I thought every name we said was horrific.
No, I get
to be
that. You're
honest.
too close to it. But outside
Yeah.
looking in, Mostly Sports is actually a genius.
Yes, no. Now looking back on it, it plays very
It is
well.
the type of name that you aspire to have when you make your own show.
Yes, and you can see by the logo, we put a lot of work into.
That logo took forever
long.
to get
So
it.
long.
We just went through like 70 logo iterations. They were horrendous logos.
Yeah, well, no, it's perfect because look, sports. That's us up here talking about the game and everything that happened, blah blah blah, and then you're gritting on Mr. Ed's grave, and that's the athletic tape with the Sharpie right there. I mean, it's perfect, guys. Y'all did a fucking great job with that.
Here's Brandon and Omaha. Safe, by the way.
Oh my God! Look how happy he is.
Pure joy.
Look how happy he is. You can tell his voice is shot too from being there and yelling for 15 days straight. I was just there.
Yeah, we were staying at a hotel in Council Bluffs, Iowa, driving into Omaha every day. It was a long.
It's a long time,
But
bro.
he sat me down after they won. We were at like one of the wherever the Mississippi State team was staying afterwards, and just like said like, basically you did good, kid.
Yeah, yeah,
All
you
right,
did.
we got something.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
There we are.
The boys.
And TJ, you look great, by the way.
Thanks you.
Made your glow up as well.
We were on TV.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I've got some I was much fatter as well a few years ago. So it seems to be a common thread amongst the boys here.
You either the Barstool effect is either gain 100 pounds or lose 100 pounds.
Okay, yeah, it's one or the other. All right then. Kody,
Yeah.
how did you end up here?
So
Kody, by the way, thank you. Before the show, Kody actually said like a normal sentence to me that did not have a bit attached. It wasn't. Like
I loved
a
it. That
joke. No punchline. I was just like, "Hey, I went to water," and he like just told me where the water was.
Yeah.
And I was completely shocked.
Yeah, I got you, man. No, I mean, I had graduated from college, didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Started making videos, producing, doing social on my own in Buffalo and for some other companies. And
Oh, look at
There
this
it is,
guy, dude! Hell yeah!
so I was doing
Was
a
that
little
your
bit of everything.
catchphrase? Somebody got to do it.
That was a recent thing. That was something stupid, but so I was just doing all the behind the scenes stuff, and then I had applied to be Mark's editor as he signed on in February of 23. Drove to Columbus to go to the March Madness games at one of the casinos. They were doing like a watch along. Got there early before they came out. Saw them. Went up to, it was actually Brandon and Mark were sitting together, and I went up to went up to Mark. I was like, "Hey, I'm Kody. Just want to introduce myself. I applied to be your editor. Just want to say hi. Have a good weekend." That was it. Did the same thing with TJ, and then like 2 days later, got a phone call.
Wait, you drove all the way up there just to do that?
Well, I was also trying to go to the games, but that was a big part of
But
why.
I'm saying, but I thought that story was going to end with you like filming them and editing something for them. No, you just went and
Well, that was the foot in the door. Like 2 days later, got a phone call, interview, boom, met with TJ via Zoom, and yeah, got the
I mean,
job.
that's big time, though, dude. That's a lesson out there. I feel like for, all the older people now, like we all like to be like, these young people, nobody ever wants to work. And obviously that's not true here because all y'all fucking work your ass off. But like, what an inspiring tale. of
Yeah,
just saying,
I thought
"Fuck
it was
going
just a
and going and get it.
different take of like just put yourself out there,
Yeah.
So had to do something different, and it works. Here we are.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah,
Might
somebody
as
got to
well
do
be
it. Yeah,
Okay.
That's Blutman. We found Blutman.
yeah, and Blutman's here.
He just kind of showed up one day.
Well, and now he arrived
Multiple.
at Liam.
Only Ebo knows my age.
The ball knower, somebody who, as somebody coming from the outside world looking in, an enigmatic character, I would say. You know many things, many random things. You've got a very deadpan way of saying them.
Nice.
So how did you how did you end up here?
I spawned in here.
Just out of the ground?
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter.
I guess I was born in L.A.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yes, hell yeah.
I grew up in Las Vegas. Always been a sports guy. I would say,
Growing up in Vegas is fucking insane, by the way.
yeah, I stay indoors, of course. I handle the sun worse than Brandon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'd say when I was like 14, 15 years old, I think that's the age. I started writing letters to NFL teams being like, hey, I want to work in the front office. And I'd get, I got a letter back from Eric DeCosta, so that was really cool. Ravens GM, assistant GM at the time. And that's what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to work in sports. I want to be in the NFL front office doing NFL draft stuff. So I wrote and wrote for years and kind of started doing my own thing in that space.
Like scouting, like breaking down prospects and
yeah,
stuff.
I helped the Saskatchewan Rough Riders for a few months once.
Let's go. Look, another fucking self-starter, dude. It's a common theme here.
Yeah, and I I had a big focus on talking about the guys that were at smaller schools that nobody really cared about. So, and I have a big background in, ironically, basketball and college basketball specifically. And like John Morant, I wrote about before he blew up, and
really?
So I have like a long list, like Obi Toppin, et cetera, a long list of those guys in football as well. So that's what I was doing. And then I was like, got an opportunity to start running a college football Twitter account, No Context College Football. Helped grow that into...
I just got goosebumps. You were No Context College Football?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Blood, I
was
didn't
around
know that.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing this.
I'm a fucking massive No Context College Football fan.
Thanks, man.
I
You
fucking
just-
love that account,
in the moment?
dude. What?
This is in the moment?
Yeah, no, I had no idea. I 1,000% had no idea. I fucking love No Context. I used to comb through it for like content for Snaps and like other shows that I would do, and like my radio show. Just like funny memes and moments to put up online.
So that's what
that's
I would
fucking
do
crazy.
for years. Is I number one ball watcher, like all that stuff is it's not just a saying. It's because I'm literally every college football season like watching every single snap possible.
Yeah.
And like recording stuff, screenshotting stuff to get it out up there.
I've always wondered that. How did you record the stuff? Just on your phone?
Yeah. Wow. All on the phone, all
Unfucking real.
non-stop every day that there was college football, doing that and growing that. And Big Cat was one of the first 1,000 followers, so that I would just DM Big Cat every now and then, like, hey, is there an opportunity? I really want to work here.
Yeah.
Because I was willing to work anywhere.
Yeah.
And like I just wanted to get my foot in the door. And then Big Cat one day, he and Jack Mack had both like kind of vouched for me. And one day Big Cat said, like, I got like here's like an interview for you. It's not the best job by any means, but like it's incredible job, incredible opportunity. And then like I interview, I get here, and then I told Tyus one day, after mostly like, dude, you didn't talk about this. And it's like some random tennis match. Or you didn't talk about this golf thing. And then Tyus said, fine, just come in. After 11, you can come in. So Blutman Barch on the O.J. Simpson Memorial bench presented by Leon Blutman, gifted by Nick Terraney right here. Sat on that. And it was, as a guy that has only really been able to talk about college football and fantasy football for years and years and years and years, being able to talk about anything else, I genuinely really appreciate it. And I thank them for letting me speak for minutes at the end of shows. It meant a lot.
Well, look,
I love just talking about hockey and chess and tennis, et cetera, et cetera.
I was gonna say, I think people like to listen to people that are clearly passionate about something. Even if I don't appreciate or know anything about the subject, somebody who fucking loves it, like, that's attractive. That makes you want to check it out. Why is it the O.J. Simpson Memorial Bench?
Okay, so do we want to start blitzing through this PowerPoint? Maybe
Let's go. Sorry. I'm
we
getting too long form podcast.
So we'll just do some player intros. This is me.
Ebo, where are you originally from?
I'm from Fairfax, Virginia.
Okay.
That's right outside Washington
Wait,
D.C.
go back to the slide, T. Do you want to see this? Okay.
No, that's me flexing on them.
Yeah.
The prevailing theme in this room is that I am short.
Well, the prevailing
one
theme
thing
is
I-
I have tiny hands and feet. So
Yes.
fuck them. Fuck all these losers. How tall are you?
That's not important.
Next slide.
Okay.
But you can learn some things about me. You don't get to know everything.
Okay. But
you
your
go.
thighs look great.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Did you at some point walk through a glass door?
I did a little bit more than walk through it, T-Bob. I may have destroyed the most expensive glass door in the entire office
Wait, what?
for essentially no reason.
Do we have video of it?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So they were playing a tag, basically.
Is this in New York?
This is here about
This was
Chicago.
like a few months
4 months ago.
Oh god.
Fuck yes.
Oh my
He's
God.
about to just sprint right into it.
I think it's when he came out, though.
You all playing tag?
Essentially, I was running from a Nerf gun.
Okay.
No.
Loser had to chug mayo, I believe.
Okay.
All right, so he calmly went in.
Oh,
It's fine.
Ooh.
That's fine. Uh-oh.
Not good.
Oh my God!
He did it on purpose. Wait, does it have him?
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God.
That was insane.
Oh, dude. Wait, I want to see what you can do.
That's so much glass.
So much glass.
Does he come back?
Oh, he must have just. He's probably in shock right now.
What did you do?
How is he that strong?
Ebo, what went through your head?
That's a lot of money on the ground right now. So,
Who did you tell first?
I got ahead of it pretty quickly because the show was live and people were gonna find the broken door. So
Yeah, no,
if
you
didn't
can't
come,
hide that.
If you didn't come clean to that, also I figured it was like
also
a good conversation and good content.
Just
Fair
a
game.
massive sound that we all heard from everywhere in the office.
Yeah,
True.
kind of hard to cover that one up.
True.
Yeah,
True, dude.
Yeah, there's the glass.
that's it.
Look at that. But I mean, that's
It's my defining moment, though, for sure.
how glass shatter. It's funny. Glass is one of those things where when it breaks, it looks like it almost grows in its mass. Like you cannot fathom that. It feels like there's more pieces than should be make up whatever you just broke. I've had that happen as well. What is this?
I started running away like Jack McCarthy, and then I went to hide in the big conference room. I realized that was a bad thing, so I sprinted out of it and I shattered the door into a billion pieces.
What? No.
It's actually shattered?
Into like as many pieces of glass.
No.
Wait, we need a picture.
There's got to be.
I need footage.
There's got to be video of this.
Get fucking the big bad wolf.
I don't even know where to start atoning for how bad.
It's that bad?
No.
There's not a soul up there. KB wasn't even close to coming to get me. I was all
Cameras up there.
Oh, it's
What
as
do you
bad as
have?
it can.
Oh my God, dude.
Did you forget to open it? Was it?
My
No,
I
opened
was
it so hard that it. I'm sorry.
Wait, is Blutman up
Blutman,
there?
do the zoom. Do the zoom, Blutman. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Blood, quick on the spot, dude.
So broken.
I can't believe this was in February.
All
Yeah, it
because
feels
of
like a year
Nerf
ago.
gun.
It's ever. Oh my God.
How did you do that?
This was a Plinko day.
I think it was one
Tell
of the
because
first.
the costumes. I just experienced Plinko Day for the first time. yesterday, or Friday.
This curtain is not going to be a good hiding space. So I was like, oh, I got to get out of here. And I just ripped it open and smashed it in.
That's too much glass for the
gallon.
Exactly. God, that's one thing I'm very jealous of that I hope I get to do one day. I want to just wear a stupid fucking costume.
Oh, we can make that
I
happen.
love dressing up in
We
costumes.
can get you in a costume.
We can
by
get
the-
you
by
right
the end
now,
of the
yeah.
day.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Ebo, you didn't include you hitting home runs?
No, that's he doesn't need
It
to
said
know that.
hit dingers.
We did a home run stream where we went to a little league field and we tried to break Barry Bonds' home run record before you can't leave until we
Yeah.
break Barry Bonds' home run record, and Ebo carried.
Ebo won?
Ebo was
Yeah, I don't want to brag, but yeah, I was originally a sub for Brandon because they figured Brandon would tuck
Quit?
her out. Yeah,
Yeah.
which did
he's an old
eventually.
man. He's an old
But
tired man.
it was taking so long. Like they were like, I think Mook was like, we got to sub Ebo in.
Like, you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
How many did you hit? Do you know?
You know.
The exact number
Yeah,
I do
okay.
not know. I do know I hit a ball like over 420 feet.
Oh, okay, dude.
Yeah.
I never
Had a 106 exit velocity on one of them.
Look at this.
I've never hit a home run in my life.
Almost hit the car.
How do you know? How were you getting exit velo?
We had there was like a baseball training group that like helped us set up the event. Like
You look like a baseball player by trade. True.
true, but not a good one.
Okay.
I was a late bloomer.
Dude, look at the crowd. The crowd who's ever watching this video is fucking impressed right now, dude. Just stacking hundo exit velos.
With the drop 5. It was very fun.
Are we doing this again this year?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so.
Potentially.
I think I've heard some rumors of something along those lines coming up.
You have any baseball in your bag, T-Bone? Is your sports background entirely
So,
football, or-
no, basketball was my first love growing up. And I was pretty tall as a kid, but then around like junior high, I kind of stalled. And I just became like shorter and fatter. And so I gave up on basketball after 8th grade. And baseball, I played again up till 8th grade. I used to love to play catcher. Then they were like, "You're left-handed. You can't do that."
Yep.
You know, it's tough. I've had a very hard life, and so like I was I could not hit. I guess is the short way. I could not hit to save my fucking life. I think I struck out 15 to 18 times in a row my last year playing, and I would like fight my friends when I got back to the dugout. And so finally I was like, "Fuck this, dude. I'm just playing football." But I'm gonna get in that batting cage soon because I do want to prove to myself that I can.
You can get back into it.
Yeah.
Get some bombs.
Head to Sluggers.
Yeah.
There's a bar with batting cages.
Oh, yeah, it's like a very Chicago thing. I've heard that there might be a few bars with batting cages.
Yeah.
Do you want to do so? We have you have out at 3:30. It's 3:18 right now.
You keep going. We keep going.
Okay, I wasn't sure how hard your out is.
It's
because we can keep this. We can cut this, but we can keep recording this through when you have to leave, and then maybe because there's a lot of stuff to get through.
Yeah, we can pick it back up.
Do some more stuff tomorrow.
Because I don't want to feel like I don't want to be truncated because I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
I like keep the conversation going. So yeah, let's go for like another 15 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
35.
How hard is your out?
Let's say 3:35 is the absolute limit. So I'm gonna leave it
3:35 is
Actually,
your
let me check traffic real quick. I'm going to see a house.
You're fitting right in on the show.
I know, right? I feel like Brad. I'm gonna look. I think where I'm ending up is
Don't say.
not too far. Not too far from Brandon.
We can finish doing like the Connor Kody intros, and then maybe tomorrow we can do like the side characters plus bits.
Yes, I'm very into that.
Okay, cool.
Okay, hold on. Let me find this address.
Yeah, put this in and then don't cut it.
Kody, add
Exactly.
find the Connor pucking Brandon's sister clip and throw it in there. I see girl bully. I don't see the other one.
All right, hold on. All right, we're good to go. Let's do 35.
Okay. Here's me.
Oh, Deej.
Handsome.
Look at that, dude. Why were you wearing that tux and those nightshades?
Was a little sauced at a wedding. Somebody had shades on. Grabbed them.
It looks good, dude. It looks good. And nightshades are something that are very hard to pull off.
Right.
It's rich people or very confident people.
Right.
Who can
I
do
felt
so.
rich and confident at this event. Definitely.
Video game guy.
Yeah.
Is anybody else a video game guy here?
Yes, but he is number one, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah. I have video game tattoos.
What are your video game tattoos?
I have a PS2.
Okay,
and
hell
I have
yeah.
a
Real one.
A PS2, and then the Neversoft logo.
Oh
Tony Hawk.
yes, dude. Played a lot of Tony Hawk in my day.
Yeah. So that's my niche, I guess. And then.
But wait, like. You say you're a video game guy. The only games that you liked were Tony Hawk's Pro Skate.
No.
Hold on, T.
How much time we got?
That's what I'm saying. No, I know what you're saying. I'm saying, give me like 5 that you love.
Little Ape Escape diorama right here.
Oh,
I like the
wow.
PS2 is my era of choice. SSX Tricky is my favorite video game of all time. Yeah.
I thought you would be too young for that.
No, I was my dad, who you've started to learn about.
Yeah, I
his
appreciate
lore
it
online.
afar.
One of the things I appreciate the most about him is that I was born into a household with a PlayStation 1 in the living room.
Hell yeah.
So like I grew up with video games around me. Like he's like comes from a software background, so he was very early on most technology. Like he had the internet very early. So yeah, we had a PS1 and then 2, 3, 4 on release day. So I've been a Sony household my entire life.
Oh wow, so you didn't really fuck with the 360 then?
I had friends that had Xbox, and that caused rifts with friend groups. Obviously,
Yeah.
a PS3 versus Xbox 360 era. But growing up, it was you could go to your friend's house and play Nintendo 64 game if you want to. But we got a PS2 in the house.
These youngins don't understand nowadays, dude. The console wars were a real thing.
Super real.
They were people used to be online at each other's fucking throats.
Yeah.
I was a PS2 guy, but then 360 is probably
I think that's
my
the
favorite
general consensus is of how people.
But then a
lot of people. Yeah.
And then I would say the general consensus is probably too that most people bounce back to PS4 and now 5.
Right.
Whereas Nintendo's just always Nintendo, and they always kick ass, but they do their own thing.
Xbox 360 was the best social experience for video gaming maybe in the history of the world.
Yes. I mean, who didn't love everybody just yelling slurs at each other and hearing moms yell at children or couples argue in the background?
That's just all friends and recent players.
Did y'all ever play the old Uno
Yes.
Xbox.
That
Yes.
went
With the
crazy.
webcams.
Yeah,
I mean, you see like
that's a
people fucking and shit.
classic.
Like doing
classic.
drugs, like titties. That was crazy. They would never do that again.
Doing drugs on
and
Uber.
and 1v100.
Yeah, we all kind of have our nerd niche on the show. I think like Ebo's is.
Give me your nerd niches.
Ebo's is in like statistics. Connor is in, like Star Wars and that sort of worlds, and mine is definitely on the video game side of things.
Blood, do you have a nerd niche or is
Yeah,
it
Blood's
just college
is-
football?
Yeah, he's like a sports nerd.
Yeah, no, I know
Well,
that. I know that.
Sports nerd and just League
Chess.
of Legends.
Oh
and
yeah, that's right.
chess.
We did. Me and
Yeah,
Blood
we
actually.
talked some League. We looked at every champ.
Yeah, we went down memory lane on League, and that night I played 2 League games, and quickly realized, well, it's very fun. I remembered why I don't play League anymore.
Yeah, understandable. I mean, I don't play it either. I MSI's coming up, so gotta lock in Vancouver. We
Oh,
gotta
bro, I'll
We'll
watch some MSI with you.
Yeah, we will, and we're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm gonna love it.
Yeah,
Ebo,
I'm gonna love it more.
No, I don't know about that.
Okay, fine.
Ebo, I see you doing that batter up thing every day, and it just looks fucking impossible to me.
Yeah, some of them are very hard.
Absolutely.
I've had to quit on
impossible.
some of them. Yeah.
I just don't understand it. But you're an analytics nerd.
Yeah, I guess I get that reputation because my background originally before I got this job was I was working in IT analytics.
Oh, so like real
Yeah.
life analytics.
Yeah, so and also like the way I got my job was I got really good at wrangling data online and turning it into like sports data visualizations.
Wow.
What's your
So-
degree?
I was in econ finance with a stats minor, and then
Is that the smartest degree in the room? I'm a general studies major, so nobody feels guilty about
Journalism.
I don't
Communication.
have a degree.
it. Okay, there you go.
Dropped out
But
of JUCO 3 credits short.
Fuck it, 3 credits short.
Yeah,
The one class, and you haven't wanted to finish it.
math.
I mean
It doesn't mean shit, to be
What goes
fair.
to school?
I ain't doing math.
Cody, do you have a degree?
I have 2. Yeah, communication and then a master's.
What?
What you have bit?
A
Hold on,
bachelor's
vote-
degree in communication. and
Vote
media
around
and
the
a-
room. Bit or
and a-
no bit?
and a
Is
ma-
this true?
I'm thinking no bit.
And a master's in organizational leadership and media.
Hold the fuck on, Cody. What?
Yeah.
Y'all have
Why?
a doctor in your midst this entire time? Y'all had no idea? Cody, are you even old enough to have a PhD?
I don't have a PhD. I have a master's.
Okay, there's a difference.
Yeah.
See, I'm a general
there's
studies
a lot of
major.
sneaky like
Very smart people
sneaky
here.
degrees in the building. Like Zah has like a master's of science. Like there, and
Yeah.
he does audio for the Yak. There's a lot. That's
Mine was COVID. Mine was COVID year.
They
It was
just-
my senior year. I wanted to go back for a 5th year, so I got a master's. They were offering a program, a 1-year program. I said, fuck it. I'll go back. It was all online. Hang out. Had a good time.
Smart.
Yeah.
Heady play. You squeezed another year of college partying out.
And I got it paid
now
for.
you get to say I got a master's.
Got it paid for. Got a GA position. Yeah.
Damn.
So
Okay. Impressive. Do we know what Connor's like a mass comm guy, right?
It's got to be some sort of broadcasting or
Woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
broadcast journalism.
Broadcast
in
journalism.
Penn State,
Yeah. Same thing. Same thing. I think my minors are sociology.
Oh, because you went to how long were you at LSU? Did you have
5
to
years.
stack, do extra stuff?
No, I stopped taking. I had very good grades at first, and then I went through probably a 1 or 2 year stretch where I just like stopped going to class and started fucking around a lot, and I just bombed everything, my GPA, because I was just wanting to go to anything, and then you had to have like X percentage of your degree done, or you were ineligible, like on year 3 threshold, whatever, and so I switched from like business to general studies. I think it was like sociology, business admin, and I don't even remember the last one. I can't remember. But fuck it.
Fuck
All's
it.
well that ends well.
We're all here.
You know?
Yeah, we all are in the same room.
Yeah.
All right, what else do we got?
Last thing on my page is it says he's Durf, which is a reference to we did a Star Wars episode.
Mhm.
Ebo, do you want to prompt this one?
Yeah, we do. Well, we found out Connor is a giant Star Wars nerd, and you've been a part of
I'm
one
a
of our
massive
Star
Star
Wars
Wars
shows
nerd,
as
yes.
well. But yeah, we have Connor organize a Star Wars show basically every year now, and he assigned characters. And
So are y'all role playing?
I
'Cause
guess,
I didn't
yes.
watch the show. I did a video, but I didn't watch the show.
Yes.
So I want to
Right,
see
yeah.
how it
It's a
works.
murder
That was the
mystery.
sequel. So the first one was on May the 4th be with you.
Okay.
2024.
Yeah.
But then the 4th was a weekend this year, so we did it on the 5th.
Hell yeah.
De Mayo, so we did Mexican Star Wars Day, which is why that episode was Spanish themed. But the first one, he assigned us all characters, and This is the clip that lasts from my participation in that episode.
What's his name? Jax
Vagar.
Jax
Vagar. I'm a pilot.
Yeah.
He's a pilot.
This guy's a Jedi Knight.
This looks so fun.
Whatever.
We all have our strengths.
I'm Durf.
I was a little Ewok.
Yeah, that rules.
And I'm Durf.
If you hear the word derf.
So wait, y'all realize that you've played Dungeons and Dragons then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have to roll any die, but
No, yeah, it's just role playing. All D&D, any great pen and paper RPG. I mean, you can do a miniatures. I mean, you don't even need die. Like you said, it's improv storytelling. Y'all are just having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I cannot fucking wait for Star Wars Day, guys.
it'll be fun.
I've been preparing for this my entire
May
life.
the 35th be with you.
I can talk about Star Wars for endless amounts of hours. I have talked about Star Wars for endless amounts of hours.
This is the right guy to talk about then.
Do we want to? We could do an hour on Connor.
Yeah. We could stop down here.
We can take a break here.
Yes,
and-
we'll
yeah,
break
pick-
it. We'll
we can
break
pick
it
up.
with
With,
Connor.
we can pick up with Connor tomorrow.
Right.
I'll say this about y'all. This though is very impressive. So this show was conceptualized February 23. Around then,
February 23 was like the first. Yeah, the first
Conceptualized.
whispers of it.
and when did y'all officially start?
September 12th, 2023. Never forget. September 11th was a Monday. We decided not to start on September 11th.
Out of
Yeah.
respect.
We started on
Wait.
Start
No,
on-
you'll
I-
never
I-
forget.
I'd say you're starting on the right foot.
Right.
Guys, it's an incredible chemistry
Yeah.
considering that short runway. That's not a lot of time. And I've been a part of a lot of shows, and it is very hard for things to click as well as y'all have. So that's a huge credit to
And
all
it's
of
also
y'all.
Brandon, a very abrasive co-host historically, who's not has,
Yeah,
has
very
had
ornery.
issues with other like him and Mark. They
just get along.
they mesh in a way that's I think very unique, and
And
I
then
appreciate the audience for grasping it.
I think the other note is probably has to be one of the palest and reddest teams ever assembled. I mean, all of us are pretty pale. I maybe have I don't, but whatever. I was in the sun all weekend. But I mean, to have Kody, and Connor all in the same show, and even Brandon.
It doesn't look like I have clothes on right now.
Brandon feels like
It just looks like
You might be naked.
I've been looking bronze as fuck lately. I will.
I'm about to say, Ebo's definitely the tannest. Ebo, it's because you've been going to the beach.
We need
Yeah,
a brighter.
Can I flex?
like-
Can I should I show my burn?
It's because you've been going to the beach.
That- that
look
is-
at that, dude.
Uh-oh.
Today.
Uh-oh.
Well, hell yeah. All right,
Yeah,
let's
we'll
pick up
do.
tomorrow.
We're on to Connor Griffin. We're on to Connor Griffin, who is our special boy.
Yeah.
Scoof the Doof, they call him.
Why is that?
Because he used to have a YouTube TV show, which is an oxymoron, about sports called Scoof's Hour. Scoof's Sports Hour? What was it called, TJ?
I actually love that.
It was he said that he used to do a YouTube show when he was a little kid, but you'll never find it. It will never get found. Nobody will ever find it because it's on like a channel of a lost name. And within 4 minutes, the Yak Chat found it.
Yeah.
It was Scoof Master.
It turns out whatever, the internet's very good at finding. Do we have Scoof Master footage?
I can.
It might still be up. But he previewed the Red River rivalry.
One of the hardest words to say.
Oh, yeah.
Or phrase to say in this entire business.
It almost just tripped me up just now.
No, I can hear
trying
it.
to
That's
make
what I'm
fun of
saying.
him.
I've done it 7,000 times.
Red River rivalry.
Yeah, the Red River maybe. I just call it the triple R.
Yeah. Shootout.
No, you can't say that anymore.
Can't say that anymore. Come on, what's wrong with you, Ebo?
But
As Liam turns even more red, raging against the sport changing that he loves so much, just never stop changing. Which again, Liam, I should offer you this. And sorry, I know we gotta, keep time, but your anger now makes infinitely more sense with how ingrained you were in the full breadth and context of college football.
That makes that.
Wait, hold on. He
thank you.
was doing no contacts in college football.
Yeah, without
TJ.
the context, but yeah,
No.
very much appreciated.
He was doing no contacts.
So appreciated.
I know you tried to say he was context college football, but he was no context.
Yeah, no context. Yes, but I understand now why he had such an appreciation for everything and holds it to be a bit more
I'm
precious.
passionate.
than
I love
others
and
do.
care about the thing I love and care about.
Yes, and that's to be commended. Oh my God, this is Scoof.
Losing last week to Oklahoma in the Red River rivalry. Sorry, folks. Having a little trouble with that word lately.
Okay, so first off, that's fucking adorable. What's cuter than a little kid that can't say is ours? Secondly, again, it's a common theme here with all you young people, and it's so fucking impressive. Another self-starter out here already filming himself, doing YouTube videos, talking about sports.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, let me see this.
I guess that's a later.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Connor here. Just
Season
want to recap
finale.
my picks from the national championship and the bowl games. In the bowl games, I went 2-2, average, but the Clemson-Ohio State game turned out to be exactly how I predicted it. I was so.
I wonder if he
pumped
ever
up. Kinda freaked
predicted a
out, too,
T-Bob
but more
game.
pumped up.
Scoof Master.
Taj Boy.
11 years ago?
Yeah, even unfortunately.
2013.
Even
2011.
Yeah. Okay, what do we got here? If you'd have to pour through it, but definitely.
Let's not do his national championship game preview.
For 2011?
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta kind of. I wonder what he says. God, look how young he is.
National championship.
In just 1 week's time, two of the SEC's finest take the field in New Orleans.
Wow.
Just one piece of glass, one break, one dream. After an offensive struggle against the Tigers in early November, Bama is hungry for redemption, looking to take back the national championship, something they haven't had since the 2009 season. It's 1-2, yellow and purple against crimson and white, Miles against Saban, the Tigers against the Tide.
That's fucking good,
It's the
dude.
BCS National Championship, and it's right here on Connor's College Football Predictions.
Yeah.
That's
that
fucking bro.
rip.
He's got the
That
in the back.
Yeah.
that was a great intro. Like honestly, you could have put that over
Get Chris Fowler reading that.
Yes, get Chris Fowler read that, put it over a highlight package, and that would have played. Connor's college. Let's fucking go,
You had it,
dude.
man.
I remember. It kind of reminds me when Madden came out on N64. I used to make the computer play the computer, and I would turn the volume all the way down and just announce the games
That rules.
to myself. So there's something about this job where I guess sometimes you just always know that you're gonna, or that it just I don't know that you always kind of leaning towards it in some way.
But the Connor's origins are deep. He's been grinding away. Was at Penn State radio, Penn State broadcast guy.
Yeah.
And then he got here, and we found out he even in childhood has been picked on. T-Bob. He was once bullied, and he was telling us the story of his bully, and the way that he was describing it was odd. I don't know if are you familiar with getting bullied by a girl? Usually it's because they like you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Hair pulling
Connor,
and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, Connor had no idea.
Oh wait.
Who else do you want to see?
Save
Is there
the day
another?
again.
No, this is not.
Because I can just.
Is there another 19-year-old pop star
I got
you
them
have
in
to
the
see?
palm of my hand.
19.
If I just say that every 19-year-old is my favorite.
No,
they'll just
I
give me
will
tickets
never
to every-
support Sabrina Carpenter. Never.
Why?
Yes.
I think TJ knows the story. There's a pop star named Sabrina Carpenter who went to summer camp and was best friends with my bully in elementary school. So therefore, I can never support her.
Wait, what? I thought this was going to be Olivia Rodrigo related.
No, that's
That's
Hold on.
crazy.
Hold on. Hold
First part of that.
on. What? Hold on.
That is a wild
Say
mad
this
lib
again.
of a
Separate-
single.
I wanna
Also
understand this.
Knows the Blutmans.
Yes, that too.
Yeah,
Although I cleared it with Liam.
Blutman went to Disneyland growing up with this girl.
I
With Sabrina Carpenter's her name.
Because she was on, I believe, Girl Meets World.
She
which
was,
is
yeah.
The reboot of Boy Meets World where they're
Now,
adults.
this Sabrina Carpenter, who's now a pop star, she was. Say this again.
She went to summer camp
She went to a summer camp.
with and was really good friends with the person who bullied me in elementary school.
All right, well, let's unpack
when I
this.
say bullying-
Hold on. Let's unpack this one by one. Let's describe the nature of the bullying.
It was not bullying in the sense that I was like hating my life or anything. It was just consistent. Like,
what was the thing the bully would say to you?
It was mean, like nastiness. Sometimes it did turn a little bit like physical, and I could. I'm digging myself into a hole here. It was a girl bully. I might as well just get it out of the way now.
Really buried the lead.
Dude, and so she was just hair tugging him, messing with him, and he didn't realize she was likely just flirting the entire time. When did he get tall though? Because he looked. I mean, I guess he was a kid in those videos. I wonder if he was tall for his age. He's pretty tall now. No,
Yeah,
like crazy.
Well, everyone on the show is pretty tall, T-Bob.
Yeah. Everyone, definitely everyone. Nobody else that has one letter and then a name would not be tall. Yeah, that's true. All right, so what's next? Oh wait, why do y'all have Connor posing with Caitlyn Walker?
Oh, buddy.
So he got
and in a picture in which Caitlyn has her midriff exposed.
Yes. So this is Mark and Brandon are very generous, and they bought Connor tickets to United Center to go see Olivia Rodrigo, his favorite artist, as he said.
Oh hell yeah!
And he had an extra ticket, and of course, the only person to bring to a rotting is your boss's little sister.
Wait, that's what they call it, a rotting? If you go to
That's what we
Olivia
called it.
Rodrigo?
That's what we
Okay,
called it.
okay.
Yeah, he rotted Brandon's sister, and this was actually a month or so after TJ. He after Connor pucked his sister as well, I believe.
They went to a hockey game together?
Yes.
Oh man.
So Connor pucked and rotted
rotted.
Caitlyn, who's very nice and
Little P&R. Love Caitlyn.
Yes.
Love Caitlyn. Only been in the office 2 weeks, and she's obviously like the vascular system of the office in many ways.
The pucking backstory.
You also got the whole show involved. Like, Connor pucked your sister last week.
That's right.
We can't keep bringing this up every single show.
It's been a week now. Since you fucked my sister, right? Fights. I got.
No, you weren't here for the first day when we were talking about this.
Let me ask you a question.
Storyline. I didn't know we were talking like that around. No, you totally missed everything.
All right, so let me ask you a question. If you know you're in Boston and my sister had to come up there and do a thing, and she had 2 tickets to a hockey game that night, would you go to the hockey game with her?
Would I go to the hockey game with your sister?
Yeah.
To a Bruins game?
Yeah.
Probably not.
You would.
Well,
okay, so you wouldn't puck my sister. He went to a hockey game. He pucked my sister
because there was another person involved. It was not just a one-on-one thing.
He pucked my sister.
Okay, that is a critical detail.
There's a group there.
Who else? So, but did anybody else go to Olivia Rodrigo?
No.
What? Just the two?
Took her to the Guts tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the in the if you T-Bob, why don't you go ahead?
There's no way it's actually called the Guts
TJ, can you
tour.
enhance, please?
You son of a bitch.
Enhance this image. And T-Bob, I want you to read the top line of Connor's shirt.
Olivia Rodrigo spills her guts live. Bad idea, right?
So Connor took his boss's sister to a rod show.
I mean, that's a
without
power
spilling
play.
her guts.
That's a power play, bro. And God, zoom the fucking no eyebrows are just crazy because now almost the vast majority of time that I've known Connor, he's actually had eyebrows.
He also doesn't. His face doesn't tend to photograph well. He goes with 1,000-yard stare.
Handsome guy though.
He is handsome. You're right. Maybe not photogenic, but handsome. So have they pucked or rotted since?
No,
I don't think so.
They went to Sabrina Carpenter.
They went to Easter brunch together.
Oh yeah, they brunch
at Hooters. Yeah,
the glazing.
What?
Yeah, glazing the Easter ham.
Is this a long con?
No one's really sure.
A long conner?
No one's really sure.
But yeah, he's got a lot of
Yeah,
lore.
that's Connor. There's also this is very top level. As you get to know Connor, you'll get to know him as we do because we learn something new every week about him. So
hell yeah.
So he's an interesting character, but he's our special boy.
He killed that intro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
fucking murdered that intro to the Natty.
Okay, so now we're gonna get into a little more of the ancillary characters in the universe. Are you ready for that? we may fly through these.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, so first up we have Jake Malaseek, who you met briefly at the cookout.
But I needed to know this because I don't really
Yes.
know Jake, and he sang the national anthem the other day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jake is. What is one word you'd use to describe Jake, TJ?
That works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like gay seems to be a word that y'all are kind of leading towards.
Yeah.
Now, do you mean literally homosexual, or do you mean he has a gaiety about him, as in he's very happy and
he
whatnot?
behaves gaily
Yeah.
in terms of rejecting women and saying that women are. What was the quote on the yak? The women are tiresome.
It's somewhere between asexuality and homosexuality.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's just like he won't interact. We did a whole dating show for him on the Yak that ended with him like not wanting to talk to any of the girls afterwards because he hated them all, even though he chose them all.
I mean, yeah. So at least he's like, he's willing to wear his
he's
desires
self-aware.
openly.
Yeah. He's strong in what he believes in.
Yeah.
Despite societal norms.
If he is nothing, he is confidence.
Okay.
Yes, and believes in what he thinks.
And what is Jake's job?
So he used to work with me on the gambling team, and when we hired John Gruden, he got shipped off to Florida. Now he's Gruden's right-hand man. Living in Tampa.
I actually think I did know that, but I thought that he had always lived there. He literally moved.
Yeah. Moved there after football season. Yep.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He moved here from New York with all of us.
It's sad. Do y'all
He
miss
moved
him?
to Tampa. In times, I miss him.
Yeah.
But we still get to talk to him all day. And he also is here all the time.
Yeah.
Because Gruden's he goes as Gruden goes. He'll be here at some point. I love Jake.
It would have been nice to have him here for hockey because he's a big hockey guy.
Fun fact about him.
Yeah.
He plays on the Czech Republic national lacrosse team, and Big Cat funded the whole team.
He's the goalie for the Czech national lacrosse team.
That's fucking.
So I think,
He'll be in the
competing this
Olympics.
summer to get to the Olympics.
Yeah.
What a flex by Big Cat too to be able to fund an entire.
It's a lot less glamorous than you might understand.
I think you could do it if you wanted.
I thought the Bandits weren't very glamorous, and then I saw Cody's videos and it was pretty fucking
I think
spectacular.
the Bandits would dog walk the Czech national.
Yes.
Oh, there's like
Yeah.
45-year-old accountants that at night play on the Czech national.
Yeah, that makes sense.
How many top 10 plays did the Bands have?
All of them.
Did the
They
Czech
did not have all top 10 plays on the Sports Center.
Chase
There's
Frazier
no
was number
shot.
1 twice in the finals.
Oh wow!
My bad.
Oh wow! Look at that dude. Go
Ma-
Bandits.
Malaseek was on top 10 plays.
Wait, Malaseek was on top 10 plays.
He got.
He was getting scored on.
He got scored.
Still, no such thing as bad press. Okay, go back to Malaseek slides. Made fun of kids for singing the national anthem.
So that's why he sings the national anthem for us now.
Yeah, he's been our default net because there was a video of a little girl singing the national anthem that he criticized heavily and said that she sucks and shouldn't have been given the platform and that parents shouldn't tell their kids they're good at singing if they're not. And then now every time we need a national anthem,
Go ahead.
we go to
Jake Malaseek.
we go to Jake. So this was very early.
Oh, say, can you see?
This is the first time he did it, I think.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming.
Now, does he think he's good, or is he?
I don't think he.
I think he probably thinks he's better than the kids.
He's just kind of talking it, isn't he?
We watched.
Kinda, yeah. That's a good observation.
He was much better at the Japanese national
And the
anthem.
rocket's
Really?
red glare,
There's Kody.
the bombs bursting
And
in
there's
air,
our veteran chaps.
gave proof through the night.
You get the point.
I love Chaps.
But he's done it a
Love
couple
Lozano. Dude, by the way, Lozano, if y'all are watching or have watched, whenever you see this, the BBA, thank you, State Farm, Lozano's just out here shattering egos. I mean, she did it to me. She did it to Big Cat. Like, she's just out here fucking
Hooping.
making plays, hooping on all the big guys. Fucking pissed me off. Anyway.
But yeah, that's Jake.
He fucks his dog?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
He just loves his dog a lot and
doesn't use soap.
Yeah, that was
not. Yeah, he's very adamant that you don't need soap to get clean. He never uses soap in the shower. Just washes off with water. Instead,
Just water?
Just water. Whoa. There's a lot of layers to him as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I know he's
he doesn't. He said he doesn't wash his hair. He doesn't use soap.
What?
He just uses water.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to. He says putting more stuff on your body feels like getting dirtier, not cleaner.
He left his feces out on the windowsill.
That was a thing in New York. He did a poop test with
What?
anus.
There's a lot going on, T-Bob.
Okay, yeah, Malaseek.
It's a little bit of a lab rat.
Absolute fucking wild card. Absolute fucking madman. And then he only plays the guitar for men only. But I mean, I met a million of those guys in my life, so.
He'll post a video like
Of his dick.
an upskirt of him playing the guitar. It's something. But that's Jake.
And shout out Malaseek.
Yeah, now we'll get into we might fly through a couple of these guys because I think you don't really need as much intro. This is Nick.
Yep.
He'll sub in a lot, and you'll be shocked to find out our episode number is nearly double when he's on, subbing in for Brandon.
Yeah. Everybody loves Nick.
Yes.
Everybody
fantastic.
seems to fucking love Nick.
Yes.
So funny, unique brain. I'm excited. Me and Nick are going to be playing some board games together. I'm looking forward to it.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but he likes to sub in a lot. So maybe Brandon might just not come in one day. He might say it's a snow day in the middle of July, so it might be you and Nick hosting.
And
the show.
so,
Ready to
that'd be
work with us.
great. And he does he puck Brandon's wife? Did they go to an NHL game together?
I don't know if they're pucking TJ, but he makes sure she's taken care of, right?
Yeah.
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 He's a man.
All right.
These are the Blutmans.
Yes.
So top left is Luke Blutman. To his right is Liam, who you've met, no context college football, and below them is their father, Mark.
I'm a big fan of the Blutmans. Love Lukey. Love Liam. And in my limited interaction with Mark, had a very good time. Shockingly, the day after I tweeted that my childhood crush was Topanga, he just happened to be here in the studio the next day.
Yeah.
Which was pretty fucking
He'll do that. He'll
mind-blowing.
just appear.
Yeah, he just
Then,
appears at times.
The Blutmans
So,
have
how
a sort of a they regenerate and multiply at alarm. You say one of their names and they appear behind.
Did Luke not have long hair there? What's going on there? Luke looks much younger in this picture.
I think it was when he first got here.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And then what about because if no context college football is the original bridge to Blood, how did Mark enter the picture?
I think Brandon found out that Mark, who your dad was,
Like at some point, like conversation, Liam, did you bring up? Oh, actually, my dad used to produce that show. Or, like, how did that happen?
No,
Twitter?
I think people just end up finding out. I don't bring it up or anything, but
Was it in Vegas for Super Bowl week? Because he was there.
it might have been that. I honestly have no idea. I don't, as Marky does and as Lukey does, they do. I can't control them and what they do, so I can only control myself. I have no idea how.
I think he was a fan, and he just kind of naturally would interact with the show on Twitter. And
Okay,
he
that
was
makes
here
sense.
And met everyone.
Yeah,
and-
Marky's a big fan.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a good answer.
And he's probably like incredible at talking to people and fostering relationships, given the business he was in. That's like, I imagine what he had to do like 24/7.
Yeah, he likes wrestling a lot, so the belt's there.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he got us the title belt down there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, we've used it a lot.
I mean, it's a beautiful fucking belt.
Yeah,
dude.
Brandon almost brought it to the Royal Rumble this year.
Why didn't he?
He claims they told him he wouldn't be allowed in if he attempted to bring it in.
Which,
even though everybody's
Sniffing
bringing
Kizzy.
in belts.
The most sniffing kizzy maybe ever.
Does
I think he
sniffing
just-
kizzy, is that like cap?
That's a saying that Titus likes to say, where he's like, So two things he likes to say are, I'm sniffing kizzy on blank,
Yeah.
and I think I ball sacked myself. Did I ball sack myself?
Okay, because ball sack sports.
Yeah, so he's like,
which has
like-
now been kind of replaced with Sintel.
Yes.
Yeah.
But to protect himself, he'll lead. And if he thinks
might
it
have
could
gotten
be,
balls.
Yeah, this could be a potential Sintel. Yeah, I get that. I mean, look, it's something that us old guys especially have to be very on the defensive of with the internet, because we are much more apt to get caught than y'all in believing that something's true. What do we got next?
Who is next? Okay, so these are the youth golfers, who
These are real names.
These are real people.
Beans Factor.
Yes, Beans Factor is a youth golfer. She is committed to Manhattan.
Let's go.
And she is from the same hometown as Mr. Ed's grave, Peliquila.
Oh, so her and Mark got to be friends.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you cannot forget #1 ranked youth golfer in the world, Astris Talley.
Wow.
So these are two important characters. They will come up a lot on the show.
Both names, and this is good because I do feel like there's so many bits on this show that sometimes I just have no fucking clue what's going on. So now I'll know if Beans Factor Astros tally come out or yeah, let me know. Oh, what you had a yeah, let me know the other day.
Yeah, I think that's spelled wrong, but yeah, let me know.
Yeah. That's very good.
And of course, Tommy Walker.
I've seen some Tommy Walker clips. I've seen the Dragon clip.
Tommy Walker is one of Brandon's children, the one that will one day rule this entire domicile or something larger, perhaps. We sold him 10% of the show, but he'll pop in every now and then. He has always been an enigma. He's imagine Brandon, but with like KB's sense of humor almost.
Oh wow, that's excellent.
He's a stunning mind.
And how old is Tommy? Around 12, 13?
14.
He might be getting into high
14?
school. I don't know.
13, 14. He was like 10 when he first started getting into the fold. There was a Tommy Walker Day on the Yak in 2021, which was like his first.
So again, it's so funny because all of this comes to me through the internet in like little disparate snatches.
Yeah.
Were they smoking cigarettes inside for some reason in front of Tommy Walker on that show?
That is Tommy Walker Day 2021.
Okay, so I know nothing else about it besides I saw a clip and I was like, man, I want to smoke cigarettes inside. Fuck.
That
That's
opportunity
awesome.
will present itself.
Yeah, it'll just happen.
Let's go.
Yeah, that'll happen at some point here.
But yeah, Tommy Walker explains his theory on dragons existing. One of the first times he was in the studio.
Do you think dragons could have existed?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think yeah, I agree. I just agree. I just agree.
So that
was pretty much it. Yeah.
Open and shut case right there.
Yeah, because I think that
I don't think dragons. I'm going to go on record. I don't think dragons have or will ever exist.
But how do we know that, right, Tommy?
Do you have proof?
True. Because we know dinosaurs existed. So what's to say that one of these dinosaurs couldn't breathe fire? Isn't that just a dragon?
Is there any animal today that breathes fire?
If a pterodactyl could breathe fire, wouldn't it just be a dragon?
I have proof.
How? No, you don't have proof. Where'd you get proof that dragons existed?
Science.
Hell yeah.
He's one of these COVID guys. That's all you say science. Believe the science. That's all. What science tells you that dragons existed?
Because if they were actual acid breathers, then their bones would have evaporated over time a lot faster than normal bones would, especially because their bones were a lot more hollow than other animals and because they were a lot more spaced out because of their wing.
That's a great point,
There
Brandon.
you go, dude.
That's a great point. The acid, if they're fire breathers, they
great
got acid.
comedic
So
by
when they die,
Brandon.
the acid dissolves the bones, and that's why we're not finding a lot of dragon bones.
Plus,
Great point.
I don't like how much sense that.
That makes a lot of sense.
Plus, archaeologists have found bones that don't fit anything on this planet or fit any dinosaurs.
There you go, dude. I mean, it's about as solid of an argument as I have heard that is not just like, you're an ancient person, you find dinosaur bones, and you just kind of make things up. Because, yeah, to fly, you'd have to have hollow bones. And we know, like, you have the aliens that spit, like, tar and shit. So why not acid? Shout out Tommy Walker.
Great point.
He's an enigma. He's
permanently curious.
So it feels like Brandon turns all of those mental abilities onto sports.
Right.
Is Tommy a nerd?
I think he maybe plays like video games and stuff like that. I don't know.
Likes Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't.
Hell yeah.
He's a nerd in the same way I think that like you're a nerd. Too.
All right, hell yeah.
I think he knows about stuff. So stuff that he knows about, he knows lots about.
Yeah, he dives in. I mean, that's what I do with stuff. When I get into something, I just dive like fully in. All right, what's next?
Who is next?
Oh, it's our boy.
Lucas.
Okay.
So Lucas is, if you pulled The Office, the most universally disliked employee.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, like nobody likes Lucas.
Go back to that slide. Lucas, substitute producer, all caps, sucks. Holy fuck, a whole slide on Lucas. This guy is the worst. He did on the Yak the other day design the dumbest game in history, in which there was a hot potato round that had no functional, like the winner and loser. There was no point in it. He made Kate win a game of hot potato only to still suffer the consequences of losing the overall war. It's just a terribly designed game. And I remember thinking at the time, like, this fucking Lucas guy, he kind of sucks.
Yeah, so if whenever I'm out, he's first off the bench to fill in for me because he does Barstool After Dark with Tate, so he knows some live stuff, but it doesn't always go perfect.
What was that?
What
was that? What just happened?
You didn't do that 100%
What was
right.
that?
You took
Lucas,
the noise down.
You want to try that again? We got Lucas filling in for TJ, and what was that?
What'd you do?
What'd you just do?
You have a mic, Lucas.
I don't know what I did. I was just going.
Lucas, this is the big time,
I
okay?
understand.
It's in some dicking around stream on a Tuesday night, okay?
You want to take it from the top?
Yeah, I'm flustered, to be completely honest.
Okay.
So I think we need to like restart, or like, can you play the music again and like kind of fade it out a little better?
Yeah. Do you want the whole intro again, or?
No,
just do the music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just do like the end of just fade out the music for us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try that again.
A little bit better.
Yeah, let's. It's not.
Are we off center? Have we always been off center?
Yeah, that's look, it's hard, man. It's hard. TJ does a lot of stuff back there.
Oh yeah.
And so when you try to step into that chair and match the same level of production that somebody that does it, that has his 10,000 hours in it, you're going to suffer.
But I will commend Lucas does a great job at voice crack being a punching bag. Like
Yes.
he
gets it.
He gets a lot of flack, but he accepts that flack in
He
grace.
knows his character.
And like he plays into it. Like
Yeah.
He's a
I think he
great
likes
heel.
being a heel and
Hell yeah.
fighting back when he can. So I
Shout out Lucas.
as much as I hate him, I appreciate it.
Shout out to the After Dark streams.
Yeah.
Because at the time of this recording last night was pretty fucking incredible. With Kody and his dad and Tate, sinking that final shot after 7-8 hours, whatever it was.
Insane.
All right.
And what's the story behind this picture? I'm sorry, real quick.
Oh, that's antiquing. That's not a mostly
So that's-
sports thing. That's a yak thing.
Yeah. I remember I antiqued Conrad the other day. It was one of the funniest things I've ever done in my entire life.
He was a werewolf for some reason.
Plinko Day. Plinko.
Was that
He was
the
chasing
day you
Rick.
Broke the glass.
That is that day.
Yeah, same day.
Fucking.
Oh.
Yeah, this is Blake.
Look how hot he is, dude.
Yeah.
That is
I think Kody wrote this slide.
In his Michigan
I did not.
State
Cody,
rugby.
did you write this slide?
Ebo had credits on this one.
No, I don't think I wrote this.
Is this
one.
his Hinge profile picture?
Cool as fuck. So fucking hot. So goddamn sexy. Type of guy you'd let pound your sis. So yeah, like poor Brandon. He probably wants Blake to puck his sister, but instead he's just getting Connor.
Yeah, just some nerdy
Ugh.
dude.
That's so fucking worse.
Yeah. So Blake, I think he moved here last summer, and Titus just like happened to see him walk by one day and was like, "Who the hell is that guy?"
Who's that handsome guy?
Yeah.
Like, wait, when did we get hot guys?
Yeah, we are an office full of troglodytes.
Yes. So
Funny guys.
yeah.
Funny guys,
First,
yeah.
what-
But that's why ugly people have to try to be funny.
So yeah, we brought in Blake.
Oh man, with the pit vipers on
this guy?
too.
What is happening?
What's happening?
It's a new character. What?
Who are you?
I'm Blake.
You're Blake? What are you doing in here?
Just chilling. Seems like it's cool in here.
What?
I love
You work
Mark's
for us?
reaction to this.
Who's this guy?
Do you work here?
Yeah.
All right.
TJ, is
I like
that
this
you
guy.
on the laugh track there?
Nice. Good looking guy.
He's cool as fuck.
Do you,
He's cool as fuck.
you like it here?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the decorations.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Wow. Okay. All right. Blake, everybody.
All right.
Do you have anything to say? Or you're just gonna chill out?
I'm just gonna chill. Is that cool?
Yeah. Stick around. I like Blake.
Yeah. All right.
He's so impossibly chill.
So now when he
How
comes
could you
in-
be that good looking and that chill?
He comes in the studio now. Mark will just flip his hat around and try to
Be cool.
just hit him with one of these.
Oh, that's okay. So when he entered the other day, I was told to put my hat around. I thought he was from sales, and it was like a logo thing.
No.
So no, it was okay. That makes more sense now.
Yeah.
It was one of the many jokes that flew over my head.
That's what this is for.
Yep.
Exactly. This has been great, guys. I'm fucking loving this. All right. What do we got next?
Jersey Day.
Yes.
This is a very informative slide, fully comprehensive slide on Jersey Day. Every Thursday, T-Bob, you got to wear a jersey. You got to be something new. You cannot be repeating like Connor.
Okay, so it has to be something new. I wasn't sure about that. I thought you had to strive for something new, but like.
So you don't have to do something new, but strive for something.
Okay, yeah.
is a fair thing to do.
What if it is? I find myself being sent a lot of branded jerseys nowadays.
Okay.
I would just ask.
It just depends.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
ask one of us.
I have a
All right,
Jägermeister jersey.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I just did another show in the building here where I was offered a different alcohol jersey, so I didn't know if that would play, but it is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
There's also a massive box of jerseys behind me.
Okay, cool. So if I'm ever in a tight spot, if I forget, I'm taken care of.
Yep.
There's about 700
Pretty thoughtful,
jerseys in
boys.
the box.
We also have hanging up to your left, which is on the next slide, the emergency pit snoggle right here. The emergency jersey, breaking in case of emergency. Used to be the John Kitna, which Ebo smashed into a million pieces.
So we were in the old Belmont office, and there was this John Kitna jersey kind of laying around. Nobody knew.
I mean,
as one's office has.
Nobody really cares that much about John Kitna.
Well, somebody did enough to buy a jersey, and they just left it in the old Belmont office, and then
it was a situation where I think one jersey came and three of us were going to try and wear that. Like three of us had seen that jersey and all planned to wear it because we were out of jerseys.
Yeah.
And then it became like a fight on the show. And so we immortalized it by calling it our emergency jersey. Like at some point, if we run out of jerseys, you can get the Kitna. And then Mark.
One day it just disappeared too.
Yeah.
And we were like, where the fuck did it go?
Dana Beer's original.
And Mark showed back up on Christmas
with a gift to all of us, and it was a glass encased emergency Kitna jersey. And then
fuck yeah! So is that hammer in your hand the actual breaking glass hammer?
This came with the glass.
Yep.
So if things ever get too tight, I can just grab a pit snoggle.
Yeah. So here's it being brought.
I have a surprise. I have a surprise. Friday surprise. I have found the emergency Kitna.
Oh.
Look at how empty the studio is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It has really grown over time.
It was in a bin at the front desk, and I said, "Can I please steal that?" They said, "We're gonna hang it." I'm like, "We're gonna."
Ebo looks 5 years younger.
So, I know.
October 27, 2023. Not that long after y'all started the show.
This is like the first week we were.
5th day in the studio.
Yeah. Look at Brandon's like, oh yeah.
What? A year and change later?
About
419
yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Ebo
I
got caught repeating. We're trying to wear this like.
That green penny that I found around the office.
He went to the Kitna.
All right.
When are you going to do it? You're going to smash it there or you're going to throw it?
On three.
Wait, are you throwing it or smashing it?
I think I'm going to smash it.
You're gonna smash?
I thought you were throwing.
On three.
TJ, what do you think you should do? Throw or smash? TJ. Either way is cool.
Smash it.
Smash.
Smash that motherfucker.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2.
Oh my God, dude!
Oh my God!
Holy shit!
There it is. The Kitna.
Oh my God!
We should have been doing that the whole time.
There was a lot of glass on the ground.
I was just about to say
mistake. Holy shit!
Whose job?
Disaster.
That's so much glass.
Oh my God!
That was so stupid.
So, is this before or after Ebo broke the glass door?
This is before.
About a year before, yeah.
Okay, so this was a precursor. This was a forerunner to even more glass that you were going to sprinkle this office floor with.
Yes.
That's just our glass guy.
I'm a glass, yeah.
There's going to be a third glass
I hit
incident.
the glass, yeah.
I don't know what it's going to be, but it's coming. Things come in threes. Eventually, one day here, you're going to stumble into another shattering.
Maybe I'll finally break the glass ceiling.
Oh, what if somebody?
I like
it'd be
that.
tight if you somehow got tall enough to dunk and then you broke the backboard.
Yo, that's a great
that would
idea.
be the sickest possible third glass break.
All right,
that you
I'm
could
gonna start
have.
training hack squats
I'm
tomorrow.
gonna start wearing weighted shoes. I used to read Slam magazine and always want to order the weighted shoes they advertised. But I could dunk, so not to brag, you know.
You can dunk?
I could, not anymore.
You could probably get back to it.
I think I touched the rim the other day, and when I came down, I thought my knees were gonna shatter.
Oh.
That's actually we can skip ahead a little bit on this thing. Are you familiar with Brandon's accolades as a dunker?
No, I've heard him. Yes, I've heard him talk about it. I've heard him talk about it.
By his account, the 1997 West Point, Mississippi High School slam dunk champion, And the runner-up to him was a man named Dwayne Jefferson. Do you know Dwayne Jefferson?
No.
Well, Dwayne Jefferson
Where did he play?
Played in Greece.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And he finished second.
Yeah, in the 1997
To Brandon
West
Walker.
Slam dunk contest. Yep. Played in Greece.
Well, then surely there's a video or a picture of Brandon dunking.
No. So this was actually around the same time Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points. So there was no cameras.
Yeah, exactly.
So
What
there
the
was no
fuck are we
cameras.
talking about? So wait. So he's saying that he was a slam dunk champion, and there's not a single picture. His mom, nobody ever thought to get out the camcorder and film him.
Oh, it was West Point, Mississippi. They didn't have
they don't
modern technology like
That
It is on Wikipedia though.
The biggest crock of bullshit I've ever heard. That is very good. That is a very good bit right there. I don't know if I believe Brandon could ever dunk now.
No, not now.
Do we at least have a high school picture of Brandon?
Not playing basketball.
I just want to see him in
I've
high
never
school.
seen him with the.
I need to assess body type. I mean, he definitely has the height too. He should be able to dunk.
There he is.
Yeah.
What? Show me that again. There's no way.
There's B-Walk.
That's the same man?
That's our Walker. Look, there he is.
Wow. Okay, yeah, that guy could dunk. I'll give him that. That guy could definitely dunk. Man, that senior picture's a choice though, huh? The bowl cut? Just rocking the
That's a B-Walk, man.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
That's our guy.
That's amazing. Shout out Brandon. I do think he could dunk after seeing those pictures. I also think that the hairstyle senior year was a choice and not a very good one.
Might have been popular back in the day.
I mean, I'm not like he's like my older sister's age. So like, when did Brandon graduate high school? Probably like 98 or 2000 or something.
1997. I think he said on the show
97?
today.
Yeah. So I feel like I have a pretty good measure of what was popular, and I see what he was going for.
That wasn't it.
But I don't think it was quite landing. I think he needed more of like a split.
There he is.
See, this is straight bowl cut. Now, in his defense, I also like never understood conceptually that you could have a hairstyle. I feel like all of college.
Which one's Brandon?
Like I don't know what we were doing. Yeah, I fucking wonder.
There he is at Monday Night Raw in 1999.
Speaking of troglodytes, the angles in his face are so extreme.
Sharp jaw.
God damn! Look at
Sharp
those high cheekbones, dude.
He's got like a model face.
Could have been. Yeah, actually, could have been.
He's
stunningly
like
good looking.
6'5", yeah.
If he didn't have a stupid fucking mushroom on his head.
Yeah, and an accent.
Kind of looks like a strong jawed penis. Go back.
What?
Yeah, look. You don't think that has a very phallic shape? Like that looks like a penis to me. Anyway,
I would like you to, once this comes out, to release a drawing of you. Grab a screenshot of this, and I want you to draw draw the penis outline.
you
for me,
don't
'cause
even
I'm not-
understand how good I am at drawing dicks.
Okay, all right. I'd love to see it.
I am like Jonah Hill in Superbad level of drawing.
Okay.
So I'm a fucking
that tracks.
Yeah, thank you, TJ. I'm just a.
You wrote in your textbooks like Michael Jackson checked out.
I would
You
just
do that?
I would draw anthropomorphic dicks all the time. I would draw people sucking dicks, jerking dicks. I would just draw dicks all the time.
Nice.
There you go.
I'll draw you dick right now. I don't have a paper though. Anyway.
This is Rick. He could go by Dick, but
Are you familiar with Ricky Hunt Jr.?
Dickie Cunt who? No.
There's a jersey of his to your
right to your right.
well.
Yeah.
Right behind Namath?
Right.
Okay, so what's the story of Ricky?
So we did a mostly sports college football 25 dynasty when the game came out, and we all had MAC teams. And there's your champion right there, Liam Blutman, who ended up winning it. But the real winner was Mark Titus, who ran halfback toss every single play of the season to get Ricky
did
Hunt.
that lame ass cheese play that people were exploiting.
Halfback toss.
It's the most annoying fucking play in that game.
Well, he ran for about 4,000 yards with Ricky Hunt
What
Jr.
a piece of shit.
It worked.
About 50 touchdowns, and Ricky Hunt Jr. won the Heisman Trophy out of Ohio.
Off record, 95% of the league didn't know how to throw.
Wait, is this the actual announcement? That's very
Yes,
good.
we played the
That's
championship
very
on the big board out there.
That's very good. I hate how he got there, but I enjoy this celebration.
He was so happy.
Yo, he's doing a little pass set there. That's pretty good.
We played on the Jumbotron at the
Yeah, it's great.
There's your 2024 Heisman, Ricky Hunt Jr.
Right,
And
pause it.
also,
Load the yardage.
310 carries for 2,900 yards and
39 touchdowns.
Pretty good.
throwing the ball exceedingly tough in that game.
Yes, I mean nobody in the league would really throw.
You
the
have
ball
to actually know ball.
I just ran around.
Especially if you're Kent State University.
Yeah, we were playing as the MAC. Everybody got a MAC team.
Yeah, we did a 15-person AAC league.
Nice.
And so I know the feeling all too well. Except that I don't know.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How do you feel about people who run around with mobile quarterbacks?
I think they end up being their own worst enemy if you widen out the D line and do rush contain. That they just run into the guys that but I mean, but whatever, bro. I mean, we've been dealing with this since fucking Michael Vick broke Madden in 2004. Like I remember playing that game. That was fucking insane. When Vick burst onto the scene, he literally like broke the football video game.
Yeah,
he was awesome.
What day was the Ricky Hunt Heisman ceremony?
October 26th, 2024. Oh, maybe October 27th, 2024. I mean,
what?
This is nine-ish months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, you're
you're
implying that Titus his wife.
Liam, actually, that's
after winning the
a
Heisman.
fucking
I
good
was
call.
just doing the mental math in my head there.
We got to call him.
Titus consummated his Heisman.
Yes.
The Titus baby tracks to
Oh my
Ricky
God.
Hunt. If Ricky Hunt doesn't
almost
win
to the
Heisman,
day.
Does Titus not have a kid?
Tomorrow is the anniversary. You said the 26th?
Holy
This
smokes.
clip was posted on the 26th at 9:30 a.m. So I guess it would be the
25th.
before.
Ricky Hunt to digging the cunt.
Oh my God.
Ricky Hunt. You got to name the kid Ricky.
Yeah, but he's now transferred twice.
Yeah,
He's transferred twice since then.
Yeah, he went to Tulsa and then to Middle Tennessee, I believe.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say, of course, you're not gonna stay like G5 when you win the Heisman.
I don't believe he even.
He doesn't
started.
play.
He
No, he
had-
doesn't.
He was
The
like a
real
backup.
Ricky Hunt doesn't play.
So the real Ricky Hunt had...
Oh, the real Ricky Hunt you're talking about is transferred twice.
No.
Yeah, like the real big time
Yeah.
Ricky Hunt in the college football world had a breakout, one of the best bowl games anyone's ever had in the Myrtle Beach Bowl.
Oh, no way.
I think he had a 5-touchdown performance, maybe 300-something yards. Unbelievable bowl game. I was hip to Ricky. I was big on him, and then did nothing last year.
Yeah.
But did you feel betrayed because he transferred?
A bit, but I thought he went back home. He was
Okay.
going to Tulsa.
Can't
but
blame
then
him.
also it didn't matter
Can't blame
because
him.
he left Tulsa. He left home instantly.
Well, you know.
So that hurt.
Hence the that's just college football now, Blood.
I know. It's where are you gonna do?
That's the way it goes.
Stats on
Yeah, make sure that somebody texts Mark or makes that connection because that's a very good call.
I think it.
Certified Mark's balls.
Speaking of Mark,
I love Cody's transitions for this. This is Jane Lynch. Are you familiar with Jane Lynch?
Yeah. Nobody bullshits a bullshitter. Y'all probably don't know Role Models that well. Very funny movie. But that's kind of I don't know why that's the first place my brain goes to Jane Lynch, but she's one of those actors that you feel like are in like a million things, but then they're like name him.
She's in
You're
that
kinda
thing.
Like, well,
yeah.
but I definitely remember Role Models.
But yeah, Jane Lynch. As you know, Titus used to live in Los Angeles and spot celebrities all the time. And the one celebrity he ran into in person was Jane Lynch, and he saw her at a diner eating huevos rancheros.
I love huevos rancheros.
Mhm.
I also love chilaquiles.
Mhm.
Maybe a little chorizo burrito. Now,
are you sniffing Kizzy?
Are you saying that? No, I'm not. No, I actually do love everything that I just said, especially chilaquiles and huevos.
No, sniffing Kizzy on the story.
On the story here.
You believe it? Do you think it's true?
I think that's the most believable celebrity to ever name as having seen eating huevos rancheros. Yeah, for sure. Why? Was it a lie?
No,
Did he get me?
we
Okay, no,
we
yeah,
don't know.
No, we don't know. But we sniff Kizzy on every now and then.
No, but I mean, I'm saying yes, I believe that. Okay. I believe that. In fact, I mean, how long did Titus live in L.A.?
4 or 5 years.
Is he saying that Jane Lynch is the most famous person that he saw eating huevos rancheros?
I don't really remember the exact details of it, but it was just like we were asking about his life in L.A. if he ever saw celebrities. Like, he's like, yeah, actually, I did see Jane Lynch in a diner one time eating huevos rancheros. And then what else? She left and came back?
She left and came back for the bill or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was wearing a Cookie Monster snapback, I think. I don't know. It's, every time he tells a story,
it changes.
A detail gets added. Or
and now we arrive at the sniffing kissing.
But if Jane Lynch comes up on that show, that's the backstory.
Also, thank you, because I would have, again, been deeply confused. Also, that's what a great storyteller does, though.
Right.
You just had little fun details and whatnot.
And eventually,
doesn't mean it's kizzy.
It will become your memory. You can trick your memory.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Doesn't mean it's kizzy, as long as it's got a core of truth in there. But any great storyteller is going to embellish a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got next?
Football.
Football. Yeah, I mean that's a South thing in my mind.
Yeah. Every
Football.
time.
Football. Me like football.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about? Football.
You hear those words and you know what's coming.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be a good show.
And we celebrated Josh Allen the other day for saying football.
Right.
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah. It's like being from California or something.
We have merchandise now that says football. We have crew necks that say the words football.
I mean, ball is a very Louisiana thing.
Yeah.
For your boys as well.
And
he's a ball. He's a good ball. Come on, ball.
On Mondays in the fall, Brandon introduces the show this way.
What do you want to talk about, Brandon?
This is one of the craziest ones.
Did y'all know he was going to do this? I mean, T did, obviously.
Ebo.
I love Connor's and then DeMar.
The backwards Hamlet.
That was after his dumb DeMar take.
I love commitment to the bit as well here.
He was locked in.
Football.
So yeah, every Monday he tries to come up with an elaborate way to say football.
Hell yeah.
There's a long archive of
Oh, so it's not just that one. He has to keep coming up with new ones?
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. That's a great bit.
Something like
About
this.
Brandon.
Football.
God, y'all have a lot of good bits, dude.
What do you want to talk about, Brandon?
Oh, this was a great one.
Oh. What just happened?
Football.
Whoa! No fucking way, dude. No fucking way, dude. Oh my god.
There's
I did not
many-
expect that. I thought that whole extended silence was TJ fumbling with the keys, trying to find the right music or button to press.
There's many examples of football related intro. This was one that Connor did because he was in an argument with Brandon over production quality of his intros.
Connor?
Fuck, Mark never asked me this question. I don't know what to tell him. What do I say? What do I want to talk about? Oh my god, I need to think. I need to think of an answer fast. Well, this would play. We could talk about this. I would love to talk about this. No, but then they're going to question my masculinity and it's going to be a whole thing. No, get her out of my head. Oh, Star Wars could work. Maybe we could do some Star Wars, maybe some Game of Thrones. No, it's just not right. What do we want to talk about? Oh, otters. I love otters. No, it's still not right. Fuck, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm freaking out. Wait, what is this? What's going on here? What's happening? No way, could it be? This is it? Oh my god, it's hitting me now. This is what the people came here for. This is why we come to Mostly Sports. This is what binds us together. This is the greatest sport in the entire fucking world. And we're starting to show with this. This is it. Folks, this is it. So one last time, Connor, I'm going to ask you, what do you want to talk about?
Football.
Oh, did Brandon and Titus know that was coming?
I think they just asked Connor to prepare a football intro.
Oh my god, that was good, dude. That was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, if come football season, expect.
Yeah, get your brain moving
Football.
on some
Oh,
ideas.
get some
yeah.
football.
More football. At one point, we named a certain retired NFL player as our dream guest, I think. One of our dream guests to get on the show.
Yeah.
And then one sad day, or for some may have celebrated, we were live on the show, and he passed away, and that would be one Orenthal James Simpson. May Orenthal James Simpson rest.
Hello. Oh, that's so is that how he got the memorial bench named after him?
Correct. So, Nick got Brandon a bench just for his birthday.
Yeah, drunk as fuck in Italy, and you saw it.
Brandon?
Yeah.
I got you one of those super uncomfortable metal benches.
From like a mall?
Yeah.
From my house? Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got me an impossible to sit on metal grate for a bench.
Yeah, you sit on 'em long enough, your ass gets the imprints on him.
I appreciate it. That's a major inconvenience. That's going to be so hard to get home. Nobody's going to like that. My wife's not going to allow that in my house.
So Nikki is actually responsible for the bench being.
That was a whole thing,
that's
yeah.
the bench part?
It's falling apart at times. It used to be held up by a bunch of boxes.
I mean, it's broken.
It's
now.
broken as fuck.
Yeah.
You got to sit on the right side of it, or it's gonna I almost snapped it.
Every time I sit down, I think I'm going to.
We never Connor built it and just didn't have any hardware, so it wasn't built with
Yes, nobody ever tightened anything.
No, so over Super Bowl, I gave it a re-up. I got new washers, new bolts.
Oh damn!
And it's still not enough.
But then
because it didn't nothing from the kit is it didn't come to anything.
Yeah,
I had no tools in the kit to build it.
Like that day
I was left with scraps.
Nick stole it
Get
back.
the bench to the Anus studio, Connor.
He came to me. He said, "Connor, I'm repoing this bench."
Mm-hmm.
What?
You're the last person who sat on it. You need to help me bring it up.
And what did you do?
I brought it up to the Anus
Zero
studio.
fight whatsoever.
Yeah, because we all know when
laid down and rolled
when
over.
cars get repoed, the repo guy shows up and say, "I need you to help me repo your car."
Yeah, that's how that.
And the driver always says, "Here, I'll drive it to the lot for you."
Yeah, no need to tow it. I'll just deliver it to you guys.
He said he spent a couple $100 on the bench, and he was really offended that we had totally disgraced his name with it. We didn't even acknowledge his name. And he was like, I want to bring this up to the Anus studio. It's mine. And I was like, okay, I guess.
I don't dispute his beef with what we did. That's fine.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have said presented by Liam Blutman. That was a tactical error. And he was right to be upset. However, inside the walls, I don't know. Is there something that we say here at Mostly Sports? Is there something that indicates how close we are, how tight-knit we are? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Connor?
I believe it's family.
You do believe it's family. So if you were with your family at home in Pennsylvania or South Carolina, wherever the fuck you live, if you were at one of those places and somebody came to repo your dad's house, I assume you would just immediately hand over the keys and take your dad to jail yourself.
No,
you wouldn't, would you?
No.
How did y'all get it back?
Oh, I think there was a treaty that put in place where basically we had to say that it was funded by.
So it's the O.J. Simpson Memorial Bench presented by Liam Blutman, funded by Nick Tirani.
There's actually a clip in there of Ebo doing an announcement of the bench on that. Yeah.
This one?
Please turn your attention to the O.J. Simpson Memorial Bench presented by Liam Blutman for the Blutman Barge. Today's Barge is presented to you by Liam Blutman. Comment Barge for a chance to win O.J. Simpson sweepstakes, which includes a luxurious trip for two to the Mostly Sports studio and a photo opportunity at the O.J. Simpson Memorial Bench presented by Liam Blutman. No purchase necessary. All entries.
Well, now hang on
void.
a second. You're making side deals?
What?
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I want to cut. I want in.
Yeah, we get.
These are the
I
guys.
want 10%.
We get 20% of whatever you get.
Yeah.
Make it 45.
Oh.
All right. What?
Great
negotiation.
Excellent negotiated by Liam. Make it 45. I also liked, what did it say? No purchase necessary. All voids or all entries are void. Yeah. Make it 45.
That's the bench.
Heady play. Okay, there we go. O.J. Simpson presented by or gifted by
But I
Nick
think
Toronto.
that's what got the Pittsnoggle there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was the
that
treaty.
Was that was the treaty.
Oh, WV, that makes sense.
Yes, he was like your next emergency jersey has to be the Pittsnoggle.
Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, WNBA Immaculate Grid. So we pride ourselves as the #1 WNBA podcast on the internet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Potentially.
I mean, you probably now have two of the bigger Angel Reese supporters between me and Connor.
Connor, massive Angel Reese guy.
Yep.
Brandon might be an Angel Reese guy, or he's just mostly an anti-Keelan Clark, I guess. But
Well, he's been chasing Mark Titus's hot take coattails as of late.
Yeah, anything you want to get off your chest right now?
And Caitlin Clark is probably a great path for him to do so.
Yeah, but he's been cooking. We're big on Black TikTok now. And we play every day, and we got very close. Not every day, but we play a lot.
We play whenever WNBA naturally comes up in conversation. We kind of cap up our WNBA talk by doing an Immaculate Grid.
And we're never close.
I sat in on one of these, and man,
yeah,
it was the probably most uncomfortable I've ever felt in terms of like ignorance.
Yeah.
Like I realized I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
So
the themes are Connor can only do
Chicago
Sky. It's the only thing he knows.
So I need a niche. Like I need to study up on a franchise.
I would suggest maybe Atlanta Dream.
Atlanta Dream
would
is
be
a big hole for us.
Or like Las Vegas
Massive
Aces.
hole.
They seem to always be on there.
Maybe study the whole dub.
But we want to win. We want to win fair. We don't want to cheat.
I'm not opposed, Liam, but I'm not a ball watcher like you.
That's.
I've got
W naturally.
I've got a lot of things vying for my disposable time.
Yeah.
And already a lot of it, I don't want it to be ball. And so it's tough for the dub to break in. I will study up on the Dream academically. I'm not doing the Aces. If anybody needs to, Liam needs to.
Yeah, I know a few aces here. And
There you go. There you go.
Kelsey Plum, Child Ebo.
From you lived in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're Golden Knights town.
Well, why? You don't like the dub?
I mean, I watched dub time from time, but the Aces were not homegrown. The Knights were homegrown. The Aces were a dysfunctional franchise that came over from somewhere in Texas. San Antonio sounds correct. And then the Vegas turned them around, and the Aces got rolling. Mandalay Bay Event Center was popping when they play there a few. But hey, man, we're a Golden Knights town through and through.
Growing up in Atlanta, I'll take the Dream, and then maybe we can one day get an Immaculate Grid.
We know two players
the closest,
that have ever played for a Dream.
The closest we ever got was
we were one slot off.
We were one slot away. I suggested essentially it was what was it? It was Sun or something, one team only. So they only played for one team. I was like, well, what if we just typed in a generic last name like Smith and just found someone that only played 1 year?
Yeah.
Then we'd have like a 1 in 8, 1 in 10 chance.
Yeah.
And it's better than anything else we got.
It's a very good strategy.
Yeah. So this is what we found LaCharlotte Smith, and we were between who? LaCharlotte Smith and who was the other one?
know.
It was I think it was a girl that played at
Ohio State.
So here, this is old studio.
Yeah.
Or,
Oopsie
goes
daisy.
great with.
The full
And
experience.
we played
WNBA Immaculate Grid.
This might be the first WNBA Immaculate Grid we ever did.
Team.
Sweet,
All
the
right,
first one,
what's
maybe
the-
also the closest one you ever
No,
got.
no, this is just
What do you-
showing how
This-
long we've been. This is 2023.
Is that
September.
Nick on this episode right here?
Yeah, this was a Drunk Friday episode early.
Wait, y'all do Drunk Fridays too?
Way back in the day. We haven't
I
done
used to
one. in
love
a
Drunk
long
Fridays,
time.
dude.
This, LaCharlotte
Yeah.
Smith? Is this it?
To start this.
These clips are. Which clip is it, Ebo? Do you know?
I have to double check.
I bet you don't know who the Dreams points, rebounds, and steal leader all time is.
Who is it?
Angel McCoughtry. Angel.
Is it this one that you prompted?
Angel McCoughtry.
I believe it's
Yes,
day
it's this
one.
one.
He knows the street.
So I have some free spaces because some of the
You on double Rutgers?
some of the Rutgers alums have played for many
Oh,
teams.
good start.
Show me Cameron Brink.
But we got to one off here.
Oh, and y'all are.
I think we did the horses.
But
right?
wait. Right
Yeah.
now,
Don't click.
Don't click anything. Don't click anything.
No click.
You know what? Get out of there. It's too risky.
Get out.
Get out.
Charlotte?
Do we spin the horses?
No.
Scarlett
okay,
Smith
so already
versus
y'all
Shane
had a
Dallas?
feeling
Wait,
of
no,
how
no, LaCharlotte, why?
Kids, dude. LaCharlotte.
y'all missed a lot at this point. Like the pressure's on you. Knew you were close.
to.
How did we get to Charlotte Smith? I
This
just
is our
said
last
Smith
guess.
And CJ liked her.
Samantha.
And we're going for it.
Samantha.
Oh,
Perhouse.
no.
Select.
Oh. And
Do a
LaCharlotte
Google
Smith
search
would have
of
been
LaCharlotte
right.
Smith, please.
Charlotte Smith
So help me God if LaCharlotte.
not only went to Mississippi State,
Did she?
No,
her
no,
only team
my
was
goodness.
the Orlando Miracle in 2000.
No, dude. No. So, Ebo, your strategy was spot on?
Yes.
Oh,
And it was a Mississippi
no.
State girl.
Tough.
Oh. And you've never gotten one since.
That was the closest.
That's the closest we've ever gotten by far.
And Charlotte Smith. She played like 3 games in the W. There's
Yeah.
like no photos of her.
No.
She like basically doesn't exist.
I don't know
she
how
dunk?
they got that jersey. That's her Charlotte Smith jersey hanging up right there. Mark just surprised us one day with that.
But yeah, we play the WNBA Mecca Grid here, so you better be ready to play.
If
Must have been a
WNBA
dream.
folds into sports talk, we might end up, but we're not doing one until Mark gets back.
Erica D'Souza. Why? No chance of that, Mark?
I think we just said we're not going to besmirch his.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess, right. You don't want to get immaculate grid when he's not here after he's gone through so much.
Yeah, one count.
That makes sense.
Do you want to do 2 more? We can do Dabo Got That Drip. Are you familiar with Dabo?
Oh, yeah.
Hickory Dickory Dock?
The mouse went up the clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe we
Oh,
don't
yeah.
even need to do that lesson. But yeah, we
And I
did-
know Tyler from Spartanburg.
Yeah.
Don't worry. He's actually the reason why Clemson got good again. Because after he shit on Dabo, they've actually been very good since. Watch out for little Dabo, man. You might hate it, but Clemson's back.
Yeah, so we did Daboween, our first Halloween in the studio. We all dressed as
Hickory
Dabo.
dickory
Sweeney.
dock. Mouse went up the clock. Let me see this video, though.
Hickory dickory dock. The mouse ran up the clock. Goes winning in Israel. And now he's on TikTok.
Hickory dickory dock. The mouse ran up the clock. Coach Sweeney got that drip. And now he's on TikTok.
Did you see the video of when it seemed as if he clearly did not know Brandon Jacobs' son's name? The recruiting video of the 5-star?
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize that was Brandon Jacobs' son.
Yeah, it's Brandon Jacobs' son, but that is my favorite Dabo of all time. Where he's like, hey, you ever seen that? That's football. Look at that. And then he's like, what's your... it doesn't look like he knows any of the recruits' names.
But yeah, we are, I guess, Dabo heads? Dabo defenders? Dabo...
I have gone...
There's a signed photo of him next to
Oh, yeah, where
you,
is it?
T-Bob.
So
Right
I
to your
think
left.
I think we've arrived at the same place.
That's for
where
Connor Griffin.
Connor all in.
It's Connor grew up a Clemson fan.
So I was gonna say I think we've arrived at the same place where it's like I started making fun of Dabo, hating on Dabo, and eventually somewhere along the line I was like, oh wait, I don't know if it's ironic or not, but I think I like Dabo now, and I found myself firmly defending Dabo.
You find him endearing?
I find him endearing. I also just think, I think it's very funny how he seems to be winning despite it all. I mean, we said that for years about how he wouldn't change, wouldn't evolve, he's getting left behind, and now you're entering this season, and Clemson looks like they should absolutely be a playoff team and a national championship contender. Little Dabo finally said we couldn't do it. You know, little Clemson. Look at him.
Let's do the Creed saga.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna
and then
explain Creed.
anything we missed, comment below, and we'll do it. We could do.
We can do
part
another,
two.
part 2.
Part 2.
Creed was an incredible time. Mark had announced that he was getting married, and in part of that, we were the bachelor party.
Well, we got to rewind even further back on Creed because I think Connor got us all. We had talked about Creed going back on tour when we first moved into this studio and how we all need to go. And Connor one day showed up with envelopes or framed pictures.
Yeah.
And behind the framed pictures were tickets to Creed, but there were no physical tickets. It was just a piece of paper that said tickets to Creed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's expensive.
So we would shit on Connor, basically be like, what are our Creed tickets? Where are our Creed tickets? And then he did eventually finally get us.
He
tickets.
bought them. He didn't make Brandon buy them.
Tickets to Creed in Chicago. And yeah, we were going to go that Friday. We're like all hyped up. And then
it turned into a nightmare.
Y'all skipped Creed?
Well, no. Well, do you have the announcement pulled up, TJ? Of Mark basically dropped the bomb on us the day of the Creed concert that he was getting married
The next day.
the next day, and then we were all invited.
Wait.
Mark has a tendency to. He's a flair for the dramatic when it comes to announcing things.
Yeah.
So he announced he was having a child at the last second of a 3-hour Christmas episode of The Yak. He announced he was getting married the day before he got married to us all in the he's.
That's what I'm saying. The day before.
Yeah.
So
The
y'all
Mr. Ed video.
Y'all knew he was engaged.
Did we? I don't even know.
I think they might have been engaged for a long time. I don't know, but it was there was no.
But y'all did not he didn't give you a save the date.
No.
Anything.
Nothing.
Did y'all all manage to make the wedding?
Yeah.
We all made it. It was a great time.
It's fucking crazy. That's an Andy Kaufman-esque commitment.
That's one of my favorite traits of Titus, though, is the element of surprise.
Yeah.
He's always going to make sure you're taken care of, but it's going to be a journey to get there, and it makes it more fun, you know? So, yeah, Creed.
But no Creed, though, because of that. So y'all didn't go without him, though?
No, we all went.
Yeah.
It was his bachelor
Oh, you
party.
all went? Oh,
Yes,
okay.
It was his bachelor party.
Even better.
And it took about 3 hours to get there.
It was so fun.
By Uber. We had to stop short of the arena, walk in. We got there. 3 Doors Down is playing. They play one song, and they go, lightning delay. We're done for the night. And then we sat in a lightning delay for how long, TJ? Maybe 2 hours?
For all of 3 Doors Down and half of Finger 11. We got there while in between. And then we just sat there, and it poured and poured. And we were undercover, thank God, but all the people that were up on the hill behind us were getting smoked out, and we all blamed Connor, obviously, because it was his idea to go.
He was so stressed.
He has his Creed 24 shirts on. Wait.
We are monitoring an incoming storm with frequent lightning, wind gusts, and heavy rain. As the storm approaches, we need to ask that you shelter in place or evacuate the venue at this time. This is never an easy decision to make, but your safety is our top priority. If you are in the reserved seats, please seek shelter under the covered pavilions. If you are in the lawn or unable to seek covered shelter in the venue,
We had not been here for 45 seconds. 45 seconds.
and use our restrooms.
We had been here for 45 seconds.
Please see a staff member if you need help locating shelter. We are hoping to get back to the music as soon as the storm.
You can't even script this.
You didn't get. I feel so bad.
We
but
literally heard
I'm gonna
the last-
guess you didn't get to see Creed.
No. We got to see Creed. We sat through a 2-hour rain delay.
So y'all sat through the whole time.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Brandon had to pee so bad, and obviously the bathrooms are on the outside part. But we were chanting, we were getting fired up.
Oh,
you
yes,
can see it
dude.
pouring in the
Rain
back.
in the back, yeah.
With our arms wide open.
And I think the funniest part was me, Connor, TJ, Kody don't really know that many Creed songs.
No, we knew the 4 that, yeah.
Yeah.
You would
but
expect us to know.
They knew every song.
They played 14 songs before those 4.
I used to listen to, I used to listen to Creed on my CD player in my bedroom. It's a very big deal for guys our age. Shout out Scott Stapp. And, of course, now he's been immortalized with that Cowboys video, which I appreciate the detail of Titus wearing the Stapp Cowboys jersey to celebrate getting taken higher. I'm glad y'all made it, though. Y'all stuck it out.
Yeah, it was worth it.
Adversity.
But, yeah.
Reveals the man.
It was a fun weekend. I stood next to Greg Oden and got dwarfed, so.
That's his best friend.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Good friend.
So not a bit. That's actually
That's
true.
real.
They were very good
Yes.
friends.
Brandon posted a picture. Brandon wrote out a tweet there is a scenario where Greg Oden, Kody, and Connor are all
That's
sitting
mostly
together,
sports?
are sitting next to each other at a.
That was our little block.
And I actually got moved because Greg didn't fit in the middle of the table, so I got moved to the middle. I just sat next to all the other guys.
How was the wedding?
Very fun, amazing food, good vibes,
Good dancing?
There they are.
Yeah.
Look at these two. Yeah, his wife used to work where I worked. And then I got fired.
Yeah, no, the wedding was great. I don't know. It was a night to remember for sure. And the creed, the whole thing.
Did anybody make out?
No.
Cody and Connor were kind of giving each other a ride. They
No.
left at the same time.
Oh, hey, you don't got to kiss and tell.
Ended up doing. I actually wore the same shirt as Mark to his wedding.
He did do
that. Was a big mistake on my part.
What do you mean? Did you have a tux on or a
No,
suit?
It was casual.
He said dress like you're going on a first date.
Wait, whoa. So he didn't wear a tux?
No.
Damn.
He wore like a knit button down type thing. Like
a little California.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been in California a little too long.
Same thing
but,
he wore when he saw Jane Lynch.
Bad look on my part.
Yeah.
The show's got a thing about weddings.
In what way?
Got a thing about weddings.
But like, I mean, a positive thing, negative thing. What's the thing about weddings mean? Liam? You can't just say.
Connor and Blutman had both never been to a wedding, so we sent them to a fan's wedding.
We got invited to a wedding on opening day.
Another thing that I remember outside, I did not understand the context, but I've gathered that y'all drove to a wedding in silence of some people you did not know.
Yeah. It was a whole debacle. Not debacle.
I mean, obviously, and this is well-worn territory, so we don't have to cover it now, but like...
You didn't take that off for a week.
The question is, how the fuck have y'all never been to a wedding?
Because Connor, I can't speak for. I can only speak for myself. I wouldn't say weddings are a real Liam kind of place.
No, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
I then was incorrect. I had been to a wedding. It was my uncle's wedding. I didn't realize, I don't think, that it was a wedding at the time. I was a young kid. What are you going to do? So
yeah.
I scuffed that, whatever. I went to Madison, Wisconsin with Tate and Lucas to do a Tate first pitch thing. A Tate first pitch thing that he had last year.
To get us all the way up to the majors.
And then he did the 999 there, and then Connor picked me up, and then we went to North Dakota. And then we went to the wedding there, and then, as Cody said, the outfit I wore at the wedding, I wore for a week straight because
it's a good fit.
And I have like Cody and Nick and all these people going up to me saying, "Hey man, you gotta wear this again tomorrow."
Yeah.
How can I say no to him?
It was a good fit.
It was a good fit.
And now someone else owns it. The shirt. Someone.
Did y'all auction it off?
You guys gave the shirt away.
Yeah, we gave it away at a comedy show. We did a live show, and I gave it away.
So what? But Connor never been to a wedding.
Now he's been to 2.
Yeah.
Or 3.
Weddings are man, I fucking love weddings.
I'm about to hit my like blitz the wedding age.
Yep. Mid to late 20s.
Got about 25 of those things in next year.
My wedding's a year from today.
All I'll say is this. All I'll say is this, boys. Y'all are going. Oh, nice. I get to go to your wedding then, Cody. Fuck you if you don't invite me.
You're getting married on a Wednesday?
That's weird, dude.
Friday.
But there's going to come a time where you've gone to so many weddings in such rapid succession that you're going to be like, look, I don't want to do this. I got to pay for tickets. I got to do this or that. Enjoy it. Because once the wedding blitz dries up, you're going to be fucking sad.
Yeah, you'll never see those people again.
Like, I think I have like one. I'm going to a wedding here in a couple of months. One of my best friends, and I cannot wait. But he's like the last friend that we're eligible to wedding. And, well, there's nothing better than a wedding. Love's in the air, great food, great drinks, and dancing. It's the best. And trust me, you want me at your wedding, Cody. Because you want to know who gets the dance floor going? This fucking guy.
T-Bob?
Yeah, you want me to be the one that bloodies my nose, going through the wall, showing people that you don't have to be self-conscious, just get out there and shake? That's fucking me.
All right.
Gosh,
You're
Connor,
selling me
too.
really good.
I forgot. Connor was dancing with that one girl's mom there at the wedding that we went to.
Hell yeah. So Connor probably thought he tried to go like full-on wedding crashers when he showed up.
Wedding crashers, yeah.
Yeah.
It went well. It went well. We had fun. It was a good time in the Bismarck, North Dakota.
Wedding crashers.
Mandan, North Dakota.
Also, the wedding being in North Dakota is a chef's kiss of a detail.
So we went to the Fargo Dome. And
were you pumped?
Yeah, I was stoked to go there, and we couldn't go inside. And then
did they know who you were?
No, they don't care about me and Connor. And then Connor was
number one ball watcher in the fucking country. You don't live in the
Connor
Fargo
was
Dome.
Very excited to go eat at Buffalo Wild Wings right outside the Fargo Dome, and he kept just pointing out North Dakota State. Popeyes and Buffalo Wild Wings. Like, it was the most perfect combination.
It's something I would not have considered myself, but I got to say it is a convincing argument presented by Connor.
He's the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot we haven't touched, but I think we could close the chapter there. Like, there's a lot of bits that will come up and we can explain on the fly, or if you want to take notes for the next session.
I think we continue to do so. Y'all continue to do this and figure out. I know we're about to go on a little bit of a break here, but y'all continue to collate these stories because already now I feel much better. I feel much better. Because now I can discern what's a bit, what's not, and being on a joke.
Yeah.
You know what I feel like? Family.
I
feel like family.
You are.
So
And
thank
that's the one show bit that needs no explanation.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Thank you all for that.
Of course.
You're the man.
You're welcome.
And I'm very impressed by you all. Like I said, just a bunch of young, hardworking self-starters. You love to fucking see it. Restoring faith in the next generation.
Yeah. Us Gen Z fuckers.
Love y'all.
Yeah.
Family.
Family.